What's up, everybody? What's up? It is a big day. How are you doing? We've got Call of Duty Next coming up, as you can see on your screen. We are getting a lot of zombies info. We are getting multiplayer gameplay. We are getting, what else? We're getting Warzone info. We are getting Warzone mobile info. And I think after all that, after the big kind of presentation, we are going to be getting some straight up actual gameplay from the people that are there that were invited to Call of Duty Next. Not this guy, again, but we will be seeing some actual gameplay. Cameron King, what is going on? How are you today? Eric, good morning. Good to see you. Everybody, please drop a like for me. You help me out big time. We'll probably... If we can drop likes, if we can get some subs, we get some chats going on, just be active in the chat, do whatever. Spam some emojis for now if you want to. How excited are you? Let me know. Let's get the algorithm going in our favor. Let's get some likes. Let's get some activity in the chat. As you can see, I'm not really awake yet, even though I've been awake for hours now. My sleep is so messed up. It hurts my brain. Joe, what's going on? Good to see you. I'm actually genuinely excited. I mean, I don't know if it's just I am in the cycle. Should I turn do you guys want me to turn this zombies music off, by the way? This that you're listening to right now is zombies music from Modern Warfare 3 coming up. This is Damned 6. This is the zombies theme, supposedly from Modern Warfare 3, that leaked yesterday. So, that's what you're listening to. Actually, kind of breaking news here. Before Call of Duty Next even starts, we are giving you something new from Modern Warfare 3. Damned 6, that's the name of the song that you're listening to right now. It's the Modern Warfare 3 Zombies theme music. So, I'll turn it off, though, in case that's too annoying. Now, once we get started... I'm good, Joe. Thank you. Once we actually get started with when their stream, Call of Duty's stream, goes live, as you can see, there's a counter down there, 11 minutes, 35 seconds. You guys are going to have to let me know the volume levels and all that kind of stuff if everything is good. You know, like if the game or they're way louder than me, if I'm like way too loud over them, you guys got to let me know when that stuff starts, okay? Because I'm hearing different things than you are, okay? So just let me know once that starts. I appreciate it. Love me some Damned. Yeah, it's a good tune, man. It's a very good tune. A lot of the zombies music, the Call of Duty zombies music, a lot of it is really good, actually. Yeah, I actually, so, last night, dude, my sleep has been so messed up for so long now. It's unreal. And last night I actually fell asleep at I was so tired. And I looked at the clock and it was 8 o'clock. And I was like, okay, no. Not doing that. So I walked out to the store that's close to me just to get out of the house basically for a minute. Go do something. I did that, came back, and then at 9:15, I'm watching something on my laptop on the couch, and I just dozed off. I was like, oh, shit. I woke up 20 minutes later. But then my body, my brain, or whatever was just like, oh, so we slept. We're good now. And it's like my sleep has been, I haven't had more than 4 to 5 hours of sleep in a row for, I would say, at least a month. So I'm just kind of all over the place. And when you don't get the proper amount of sleep in a large enough chunk of time, you start getting this lightheaded kind of just swimming kind of feeling all the time. It's not good. It sounds like, oh, that sounds cool. No, it's not. By the way, the beta, if you have pre-ordered on PlayStation, starts tomorrow. The pinned comment at the top of chat is a video showing you how to pre-download it. They don't make it easy, especially now because all of Call of Duty, since it's going to be running off the same engine, we're not going to have your Cold War here, Vanguard here, Modern Warfare here. It's all going to be under one banner of Call of Duty. And then when you, like, one thumbnail on your homepage from now on going forward. Like, the older games will still be separate if you have the older games. But, like, from now on going forward, it's all going to be under one banner of Call of Duty. It's the HQ is what they're calling it. That includes Warzone, by the way. So if you want to play the beta this weekend on PlayStation, but you want to play the open beta, you're not pre-ordering, you need to have Warzone downloaded. Again, it's in the video showing you up above. It's pinned to the top of the chat. And then if you have pre-ordered the game, again, watch the video. It shows you how. Again, they just don't make it easy to find. I mean, that's why I make the videos about it. So, check it out if you are interested in play. Who is playing the beta this weekend? Whether you're playing the open beta or the early access beta. You guys let me know in the chat who is playing. I am. I obviously have pre-ordered it. I have a Call of Duty Zombies channel. So, of course, I've ordered it on PlayStation and Xbox. On the Xbox, I actually have the Vault Edition coming. And if you're wondering why didn't you get it on the PlayStation or both, is because I typically play more on Xbox than I do on PlayStation. So I will be, again, I got the Vault Edition for that, so, but I will be playing the beta tomorrow morning. I mean, I'm not going to stream it this year. The streams, whatever, it doesn't matter. I'm not going to stream it this year, but anyway. Dang, man, falling off a sleep schedule sucks. I know what you're talking about. It's genuinely awful. Like, I'm in a world of hell right now. Like, legit, it sucks so bad. And there's, like, throughout the day, I'll be, at 2 or 3 o'clock in the afternoon, I'll be like, I'm exhausted. And I get that, like, so tired, I'm dizzy kind of a feeling. And it's like, if I fall asleep for, like, 3-4 hours now, I'll be up all night again. Like, so I try to make myself stay awake. And then I do. And then I hit that point of the night, and it's just like, okay, time to go to sleep. I've been going to sleep at, like, I don't know, like 10 or 11. I take a couple of melatonin to, like, actually try to help me get to sleep now. And I'll sleep until, like, 1:30 every night. And then I am up for hours. Sometimes it's, like, the whole night I'm up for. Sometimes it's, like, I'm up till 5:30 or 6 or whatever. And it just... Again, and then I don't get a full sleep after that either. It's just like I get a few hours or, a couple hours, and it just drives me crazy. Joe, you're going to try it? You haven't pre-ordered, though. I take it. Eric, I only have it on Xbox, so I'll be watching. I'm not live streaming the beta this year, the multiplayer. So you will not be watching me, but you can certainly watch. I mean, there'll be a million people doing it. So we have a 6.5 minutes. So real quick, there's been a bunch of stuff that's leaked as far as gameplay goes. That came out last night. Eric, I did actually delete your post that you put up, the link that you put up. I didn't want to get you in trouble, and I don't want to get me in trouble. Although it's kind of shocking that they haven't been DMCA'd off of Twitter yet. There's been gameplay footage from... somebody got it, however they get into it early, and went into, like, a custom game and just kind of was walking around some of the maps. So you have High Rise, you had Favela, I can't remember a couple of ones, but they were, like, fighting bots and stuff. So there's, like, another MGB, a nuke, same as it was for this past year, same as it was for Modern Warfare 2019. Just in case you didn't know, that's all the maps at release. There's 16 maps. They are all Modern Warfare 2, the original Modern Warfare 2 from 2009. All those maps remastered for this new game. For the people that are saying, hey, you're getting ripped off, you're paying $70 for a DLC for Modern Warfare 2, they're not wrong. I mean, that's how I feel about it. And to be honest with you, if there wasn't going to be any zombies, there wasn't going to be a zombies mode in the game this year, to be perfectly honest with you, I wouldn't have bought it. And it was this was literally supposed to be DLC for Modern Warfare 2. And then when it was, okay, Treyarch's definitely taking that extra year after, doesn't matter. It's not going to come out in 2023. It's only coming out in 2024. Well, we have to sell them something at full price, says Activision, which, there's no way they're not going to sell us. I mean, I said that a long time ago. I just thought it would be they were going to remaster Black Ops 2 in full. Turns out they remastered Modern Warfare 2 2009. But anyhow, so by the way, when this starts up, when you see the counter now is at 4 minutes and 20 seconds. 4:20, hey. I really didn't mean that. That just totally happened by accident. That's the countdown for them to start. It's going to be another 15-minute countdown. So it's not going to go live until 9 a.m. Pacific time, which is 20 minutes from now. So, I mean, they'll be live, but like the COD Next isn't going to start. They're not going to start showcasing stuff until that time. So, don't worry is what I mean. Like when that happens and I'm still talking and you're seeing a screen of whatever, don't worry, you're not missing anything yet. And again, you guys are going to have to let me know volume levels and all that kind of stuff, how everything sounds. So anyway, yeah, if it wasn't for the zombies mode being in it this year, I probably would not have bought it. I didn't care for Modern Warfare 2's multiplayer, the current game we're in right now. The multiplayer, the movement looks different. It is different. I know that for a fact. Slide canceling is back, although it does not appear that it's as cracked out as it was in Vanguard, or the original Warzone, where you were like slide canceling all over the goddamn map, going through 3 controllers a week because you were wearing out the buttons in your sticks because you're slide canceling so hard. And you could also shoot while sliding. So like if this year, there's a whole bunch of times, and I believe, I'm almost positive that you can YY again. If you you were playing Modern Warfare 2 this year and you try to YY to, like, somebody was coming around the corner, you're in the middle of a reload and you're like, oh, no, I had like 8 bullets left. I need that or else I'm going to die. No, you can't do that. It's like, no, you said you wanted to reload, man, so now we're going to reload. And you could start running to try to, cancel it and do whatever. Again, try the YY thing. Nothing worked. You would have to reload, which was the dumbest thing I've ever seen. Like, I have no idea. They wanted to close that skill gap, like the YY skill gap. Like, that's just not that complicated. You just go, that's not a skill gap, man. Like, that's, if they're brain dead, they can't do it. And then, well, let's be honest, who cares at that point, right? I mean, come on. So anyway, so that will be back. You'll be able to YY cancel your reload again this year. Yeah, but the slide canceling doesn't look as cracked out as it was in Vanguard, like I said. It looks very smooth, like the engine. It's the same engine that we're on currently. Whatever we're going to call it, Black Ops 6, Black Ops Gulf War, whatever we're going to call it. Next year is going to be running off that same engine as well. Again, everything is falling under that Call of Duty HQ. And again, for people that just showed up, if you have not pre-downloaded the beta yet and you've pre-ordered on PlayStation, the link at the top of the chat will take you there, show you how to do it. Or if you have not pre-ordered, but you still want to play the open beta this weekend, or next weekend for that matter, you need to download the Call of Duty HQ, which is basically the Warzone file. It's 100 gigs. If you've not done it, you need to really want to start doing that soon. And again, link pinned at the top of the chat. You can watch that video. It's like a 2-minute video, so it won't take you long. Thank God for YY. I mean, you're a sucker for nostalgia, so I'm stoked. I mean, let's be honest. I've been like this close to making the video of like, is that all we have left in Call of Duty now is nostalgia? I mean, I don't think that's exactly true, but I don't think it's that far off either. And this year with, them giving us the full remaster of 2009's Modern Warfare 2 for, multiplayer. I mean, it feels kind of craven, like a desperate cash grab. And that it's $70 is, I don't know, man. I don't like that either. If they had done it and charged $40 for it, $30 to $40, I would go, yeah, okay, that's reasonable. It's remasters. There's nothing new. It's reused content, and they're charging $70. I don't know, man. To me, that's a little bit a little disgusting to me, to be honest with you. And there's some hope for zombies. I have big hope for zombies. For me, I hope they make the hitboxes better. Was it an issue with Modern Warfare 2? Like I play for like Modern Warfare 2. I play for like 3 days straight, pretty hardcore, and then I'm like, I hate this. I never get off at the end of the day going, that was a lot of fun. I had a great time. I'm always like, I hate this stupid game. and then I get off. So to be honest with you, Joe, I can't even quite remember. I do have a lot of hope for zombies, though. So again, just in case you're unaware, zombies this year is almost, if you played DMZ from Modern Warfare 2, the game we're currently in right now. If you played DMZ mode in that at all, that is exactly. Again, there's the countdown. We got 14 minutes, as you can see right here. That is exactly what we're getting with zombies. Zombies mode this coming year is DMZ. It's just with zombies. It's going to be the same exfil kind of extraction shooter that DMZ is. There's no other way to say it. It's just instead of pure AI with like humans with guns, there's going to be humans with guns that are multi-tiered levels, by the way. So it's going to be like the kind of just kind of that clueless AI that's like you could shoot right next to them and they'd be like, "What's going on? I think I heard a shot somewhere." To like the elite hitmen kind of squads that you'll have to go up against. Like, and again, if you play DMZ, like what like they have the Juggernog and the like the people that would defend the chemist, or, like they're better. They know what they're doing. They're not completely clueless. But there's also zombies AI. So there will be zombies around, and again, from everything we know so far, we're about to get more information here. When you load into DMZ, it's not like Warzone where you drop in and you kind of land wherever you want. In DMZ, you are randomly loaded into the outskirts of the map. You don't get to choose which side of the map you're going to load into. It's just random. So you load into the outskirts of the map, and then from everything we've heard so far, the closer you get, the further you are out. It's like that clueless kind of AI. Like, it's very easy to take down. It shouldn't be a problem. Whether it's a human with a gun or a zombie, they're not going to be too much of a problem. And then, excuse me, the further you get toward the center of the map, it gets harder and harder and harder and harder and harder. So there will be Easter eggs. There will be like submissions, kind of how it is now. Again with DMZ, like there's Building 21, or like more specifically, there's like the Cochet complex. So within the Al Mazrah DMZ map, you literally go into a tunnel and through a door, and it takes you into another map, being the Cochet complex in DMZ. And then you have different missions that you can accomplish through there. It gets hard. It's a lot harder down in there than it is, in the regular map. It's going to be the same kind of a thing with zombies this year. As far as everything we know so far, and again, we're about to get more info. Just how much info we're going to get, not entirely sure. So, I'm dealing with this as it comes up, same as you are. So, but I do I didn't play a ton of DMZ this year. I mean, that's way overstating it. I played a little bit of DMZ this year. There were a couple of times I just noticed this whole thing is sponsored by Little Caesars. I just noticed that the title of the Call of Duty stream itself. We can make this full screen, by the way, so we don't have to see the chat. Oh yeah, so I mean, I played it like literally for probably 2 weekends, but I played it a lot those 2 weekends, and it was like a month ago. But then there was the one that my whole sleep schedule kind of thing went way off the rails, and I've been trying to just get myself kind of back to normal. And I've been doing a lot of stuff with zombies still on. Whatever, it doesn't matter. So it was very fun though. Like, the good thing about the zombies, are we doing okay here? Please don't start messing up on me. Okay. If you got a little bit of lag there, go ahead and refresh. Refresh. I don't know what that was. I said I had an excellent connection the whole time, so I don't know what that was. I don't know why that happened. And again, YouTube told me I had an excellent connection the whole time, and I'm looking at my internet right now, and everything is completely fine. So I think it was just a YouTube thing that actually happened there real quick. So we should be good. We should be good. So don't worry about it. Just refresh. If you can hear me, refresh. Everybody type refresh in the chat. It's all good. It's all good. Oh yeah, so as I was saying, as far as DMZ goes, so you would load into the outskirts of the map. Again, it's kind of random, and then there's like these missions you're going into. This is for people that haven't played DMZ at all, so you're kind of curious as to what Zombies is going to be this year. This is what Zombies is going to be. So you're going to load into, again, with a team of, it could be solo, a duo, or a trio. And then you can get people to join your team up to a maximum amount of 6 people per team. Okay? That's how the current DMZ works. And again, that's PvPvE, meaning player versus environment, meaning the AI, players on the map. In our case, we're thinking of more zombies, right? Although there will be, again, guys with guns in the DMZ Zombies mode that's coming up as well. So with zombies, though, it's only going to be PvE. So you will load in with, from what I've heard, it's like 6 teams of 4. And I just heard a new thing last night that that's not true. It's 6 teams of 3, just like DMZ is. I had also been hearing 4 teams of 6 each, which I don't think that's going to happen. We should find out during this stream today, like how that's going to exactly work, but we'll see. I have a feeling it's going to be probably more along the lines of 6 teams of 3 people each. So anyway, you're all going to load in at the same time. You cannot fight each other, though, which is actually, I think, a good thing. We have Warzone if you want to get on a massive map and fight other players.
Excited to dive into some of these maps that
so you guys let me know right now, is like, if you can hear TP talking here and me, is it can you hear me and him at the same time? Is it too much? You guys let me know what spot. I can turn him up or down, but you guys just let me know, because at the moment I'm just gonna leave it as is until you guys tell me otherwise, because again, I can't hear, I don't hear the same thing that you guys are hearing, the levels anyway. He's a little low. Okay.
We got a bunch of crazy stuff to come tomorrow. What's your number 1?
He's a little low. That's good. Well, that's good for now, because once it actually once it starts, we'll because this is just random BS. Like, hey, I'm excited for this. I'm excited for that. We don't need to hear this stuff. So I'll turn it up once the actual stream starts. So thank you guys. Just got the text from Call of Duty saying it's time. We're there. So anyway, yeah, in DMZ Zombies, it's not going to be the case that you're fighting the other players at all. It's just you'll be able to kind of party up, whether it's literally becoming into the same party or like just helping out if you wanted to another group, and you're going to be fighting against the AI purely. And then what you do when you're in there is basically like you have missions. You need to collect a certain amount of, iced coffees, because you're working on something else. You need to exfil with 5 iced coffees total, and 3 remote controls. Okay, cool. So you go do that, or it could be and then you need to successfully exfil with them. So you call in the chopper, and then the only thing is with exfilling is if it's pure AI, like exfilling is going to be easy.
Coming home from middle school and just grinding multiplayer, but I actually, when I first started streaming 2 years ago,
sorry, I'm getting completely distracted by the cute girl.
Warzone. And so it definitely holds a special.
Totally lost my train of thought. That's all it takes.
A lot of people here it's been careers, or it's been friendships, relationships.
Let's have a sip of coffee.
Call of Duty has been much more than just a video game.
Big Nap, what's up, man? Good to see you again.
Like at its core.
I mean, I think it's just the competition, and it just brings me back. It's like
anyway, so yeah, the only thing with it being PvE only, exfilling should be very easy in this.
the one, the only Dr. Lupo. Sir,
I can't even see really how it would be an issue. The only thing I could see is if there's only like a couple of choppers out, and you have to get there before the other teams are taking it. But I can't. I don't know. Like that's. I don't think they would do that. So anyway, we'll see how all this kind of shakes down and what they're actually planning. But DMZ mode, ultimately, for me, I actually found to be quite fun. And kind of addictive, too. So there's going to be a lot of stuff to do. I mean, DMZ players, like, they kept updating the missions and the amount of stuff, especially since I started it way, way, way late. Like, it was actually kind of overwhelming how many different missions there are that you could do. And when you're starting from way behind this late in the year, it's kind of like, wow, you like, am I ever going to be able to get there? And you realize, no, you probably won't, especially doing it solo. But it was still like plenty of stuff to do, and I found it to be quite a bit of fun. So we'll see. I'm looking forward to it. I'll leave it at that. Like I think it has the potential to be a very fun year. I think it could be like Outbreak, but way better. And I thought Outbreak was okay. The problem with Outbreak was kind of boring. Like it was boring. Round 1, boring. Round 2, boring. Round 3 is like, okay. If you're gonna do the Easter eggs, that's like when you do all the steps, and then round 4 is like, oh, we took a big jump here, and like, the difficulty level between the zombies was just like, now they're all sprinting and they have armor, and round 5 is like, oh, everybody's running like crazy and super sprinters, and it's just kind of not great how they did all that stuff. But I don't know, it could be a lot of fun. We'll see. Did I see the Easter egg? Did you see the guide? Did you guys see the leak? Oh, did you guys see the leak about zombies? Which leak about zombies? There's been there was a leaked video that just came out an hour ago, and I was like, what? Saying it's confirmed or something along those kinds of lines. Black Ops 6, Gulf War, whatever we're calling it, will have 2 maps upon release. And if you know what I'm talking about, like, don't name the guy that made the video. It's not true. It's confirmed that there are 2 maps at release for Black Ops 6, Gulf War, whatever we're calling it, the sequel to Cold War. It's not true. In the files, they found a couple of basically mission names, and they're saying like there's going to be 2 maps at launch. Like it's BS. I really want to start making videos that are just complete clickbait bullshit. Because I should be able to get a lot of subscribers by doing it, because that's what everybody seems to do. And I always try to avoid doing that kind of stuff. There are things where I'm speculating, but it's a legit kind of like, I will tell you I am speculating here, but from what I'm hearing and what I'm seeing and how all the information that's coming out is, leaning towards, makes me think that, such and such and so and so. I don't just... It's confirmed that there's this many maps and there was... No. The details from Charlie Intel? What details? I mean, we know the perk machines and that kind of stuff. I don't know what details you're talking about, though. By the way, the Code Bowl is later today. Same channel on Call of Duty. That's the stuff they help raise money for veterans. 30 seconds. COD Next is here. Tune in now. I'm looking at Twitter right now. I'm trying to see what Charlie spilled. And I'm not seeing anything. Okay. God damn it.
Ready up. You know who we are?
Only so.
This is Ghost. Woods, please.
Farah.
Most likely.
Captain Price, going dark. Everybody ready?
Rust, of course. Yeah, I don't know why that happened again. It's them. It's happened both times when they switched over from when they weren't live yet. Then the stream came on, and then when that countdown ended, and then it went to they're actually showing. There's no longer a countdown. So I'm pretty sure it's on their side. I don't think it's on my side. And by the way, let me know about the levels now. I turned it up quite a bit, so you gotta let me know if it's okay. I turned up the video sound.
Well, it's not over yet. Trust me.
Go, go, go! Stop the train!
Give us the fire, we'll give them hell.
Oh my god, that was sick!
It's good? Okay.
As the iconic Captain Price once said, it's a good time to take inventory. This month, we are celebrating 20 years of Call of Duty. With all the matches played and missions completed, our history is made up of the incredible experiences created by you, the players. On behalf of all of us who work to bring these games to life each day, thank you for sharing this journey with us. We have some amazing in-game rewards we will be announcing later in the show, but for now, we wanted to take a moment to reflect. You are the reason for the success of these games, and from all of the teams across
She's
the
not
world,
reading this,
we're
like,
grateful and humbled.
you
at
are
your
the
ongoing
reason
support,
for our success.
enthusiasm, and
Thank you so
dedication
much.
to all things
We
COD.
are so
While we
enthusiastic
celebrate this milestone, we are also looking
about this
ahead to the
20-year
next
milestone.
chapter of awesome moments together.
It's not
Today,
easy
you
to
will
do.
see
I'm
and
just
hear
kind
all
of
the
picking
details
on her a
of
little bit,
Modern
but it's
Warfare
definitely not
3
easy to do.
multiplayer. An exclusive look at Modern Warfare Zombies, a brand new Warzone map, Warzone mobile news, and more. In Call of Duty, no one fights alone. So we brought 250 creators from around the world to drop in live
Not this
here
one,
at Call
though.
of Duty Next. And first up, this is Modern Warfare 3 multiplayer.
Okay, multiplayer first. Should be zombies first, but it's alright. This is the trailer that was released a couple days ago. It's on my channel if you haven't seen it. It's high rise. I will say one thing I don't like. Well, we'll get to that later. And then, you know what? We're going to talk right over him. Sorry, Eminem. But we're going to... I had to turn it down while he's doing his song here because DMCA. But again, this trailer is up on my channel in full with the music. You can watch that if you like. I'm sure you guys have seen it by now. If you're watching COD Next, you've probably seen this trailer. It's a good song, though. It was a diamond camo. I don't know why they're doing that outline, like that red, white, and blue kind of hazy outline. Like, I don't know if that's a feature or if they're just trying to make it look cool. It doesn't really look cool. It looks like there's like a glitch. There's rust. That right there, like it just showed on the gun. What was that map called? Estate? Many people think it's one of the worst maps ever made. Nothing is worse than Santa Sena. Sena? Is that however it's called? The border crossing map from Modern Warfare 2?
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Call of Duty Next. We have an action-packed day in store for you with gameplay and game details for Modern Warfare 3, Call of Duty Warzone, and Call of Duty Warzone Mobile. There are over 250 creators behind us ready to dive into these games, and we're so excited to be here with you today to unveil the future of Call of Duty. I'm Golden Boy, your host for today, alongside the one and only Stephanie Snowden. You may know her as the Studio Communications Director, and we are thrilled to go into what's going to be upcoming for the 20th year of Call of Duty, which is bonkers.
It's a little bit younger than us.
Yes.
Just a little bit.
Just a touch. Thank you so much for not revealing my age.
Oh, you're quite welcome. We don't do that here. It's a safe place. Thank you. I'm thrilled to be here. It is an electric atmosphere. It's absolutely incredible. And I am so ready to talk about Call of Duty. It's been an entire calendar year of us saying, next. Well, guess what? That starts today. We're here to talk about Modern Warfare 3, and we're going to be getting into gameplay very, very soon. But we have some amazing guests coming in from the studios. I can't wait.
Yeah, that's right. We also have some awesome viewership rewards as well for people to watch at home. Isn't that right, Steph?
It's true.
I know how this works
you're
with
dialed in on the broadcast here at COD
Twitch,
Next, because you will have a chance to
but I don't know, like,
in-game
to connect it
rewards
through
for Modern
YouTube.
Warfare
I don't
3
know that
just
I've
for
done
watching
that.
this stream on the official Call of Duty or Twitch.
I don't
YouTube
particularly care
channels.
about
Take a
getting
look
this
and
bot
chat on
charm
either
or
of these
whatever,
streams
but
for more details, for your chance to earn some of the awesome loot on the screen. I want that weapon charm.
Yeah, that's right. So make sure you go out there.
Turn my
watch
phone
it.
on.
I mean, honestly,
Yeah.
there's no reason for you not to. But we've got some good stuff coming up on the horizon. But Steph, what do we have coming up first? This is one I'm very excited about.
Yes, we are diving straight
kinda
into
cool.
Modern Warfare 3 multiplayer. Joining us now, the multiplayer team from Sledgehammer Games.
Yeah, I
Adam
mean, it's
Iskra,
fine. It's
Senior
just, but it's
Development
like it's a
Director,
charm.
Greg
I just
Reisdorf,
don't, you know.
Multiplayer Creative
Oh, well.
Director, and Kim Wigan.
I usually don't
Development
even remember to
Director.
put them on my gun.
Welcome. I am so stoked to talk about your game.
Same.
Where
Great to be
do
here.
we even start? You know, I have an idea, but
Yeah, we have a run-up show. We have a direction that we're going to go, and thankfully. But guys, this has to feel very freeing. It has to feel like now you're going to be able to talk about this thing that you've been working on for so long here, and you're going to also have these incredible creators playing it all in real time.
Yeah, it's wonderful to be here. It's wonderful to have all the creators being able to play, give us feedback on the game right away, and have everybody playing beta tomorrow. It's going to be great.
jump right into beta tomorrow, folks. We'll be talking about that more later to remind you. But we're going to get
Yeah,
straight
beta,
into
beta,
gameplay
beta.
for the folks
Again,
behind us. But before we
well,
do, Greg, can you give us a top
link at the top of the chat
what
if you need it
community
for
can
how to
really
download the beta.
expect, in the multiplayer experience for Modern Warfare 3?
We have one of the greatest sets of launch maps ever coming to the game, and we've taken these maps and we've really revitalized them and modernized them with the latest in visuals, audio.
I'm having
effects,
flashbacks
as well
because
as gameplay coming.
I remember doing
coming
this
to
for
bat on
Vanguard
those.
and
And
being
it's
like,
just
"Oh wow!"
fantastic to have them. We also have a
And
ton
then
of
that
new
turned out to be
mechanics
like,
coming
oh,
into the game
ooh.
around movement, around being able to be responsive in the moment in that combat. And
I mean, the one thing that we know, like, I wasn't playing Modern Warfare 2 the in 09. I wasn't playing Call of Duty back then.
Yeah, with carry forward from Modern Warfare 2, of course, you're going to be
But
taking
even
your inventories
like
with
from
you,
that point till now, I've
people
seen
throughout the
plenty of the
day.
maps. I've seen plenty of
with
gameplay
that
from videos and doing
largest
whatever.
weapon slate coming
So
to multiplayer
we
in
know
Modern
basically
Warfare 3,
exactly
very
what the
exciting.
maps are going to
Very
be.
exciting stuff.
Yeah, no, I'm looking forward to seeing as soon as
I mean,
our,
they're remastered,
game
so
results
there's
decided to like load up and
things
get
are going to
into
be a
the
little
action.
bit
It's gonna
different,
be really
but
pumped.
I mean,
We're
for the
gonna be
most
really
part,
pumped to just see it because
we know.
I had a chance to play it, and I really did enjoy it. I really did enjoy it. So I mean, credit to you guys for making something that is not just fun, but also brings back a very familiar feeling for old heads like myself that just like me some good old fashioned boots on ground COD.
Thank you. That is awesome. We play it every day, and like every day I come in, I'm excited to play it. I'm excited to get in there and just grind away.
Yeah, and each year, with the franchise, we intend to take a step forward. Modern Warfare 3 is definitely that. It's the next chapter. We're progressing things. And one of the things you mentioned that I think we'll be talking a lot about today is this player freedom in a lot of different ways. Adam, what can we expect to see down there when the gameplay starts?
I think we've already heard some great positive feedback from the people that really know this game and breathe it every day. So I think once the gameplay kicks off and everybody is able to get their hands on it in the beta starting tomorrow, we're really going to see continued positive sentiment around the feel of Modern Warfare 3.
Well, you know what? I think the time for talk is past, and it brings me great joy to say,
this person known for his hat or something?
Let the games begin.
What's the deal with
let's
that?
check out Modern Warfare 3 for the first time on stream. This is so exciting. And
oh, they're actually playing?
There's going to be a lot to dive into. We're going to be pretty much here the entire time talking through this and then pointing out things that we see, things that catch our attention.
Why
that
so
we wanna
pixely?
highlight for the community. And as it stands right now, I mean, we have all these incredible creators, Stephanie, that are participating in this. And you know that they're loving every minute of it. Playing some
There's
Kill
your slide
Confirm with the
canceling.
homies, always a good time.
Yeah, I think we want to start
That's
off with
them,
talking
by the way.
about
That's not me.
maps.
That's whatever. They've been playing since
There's
9.
so much to talk about, but let's
Bastards.
start small for today. We're going to be playing 5 maps here, and those are the 5 multiplayer Core 6v6 maps that are in beta. Greg, you want to take us through what we're going to see?
Yeah.
This is the reason why it looks so bad right now is them. That has nothing to do with me, by the way.
A great map.
Iconic.
We have Rust here, and again, Rust is. There's so much happening in these maps, and Adam.
I think they're seeing what we're seeing and going like, "What the hell is happening? Why does it look so bad?"
As Stephanie mentioned, today we're playing 5 of the 16 core 6v6s that we're launching on day 1 with Modern Warfare 3. So we're talking Favela, Estate, Rust, Skid Row, High Rise, all of which are stone cold classics that we've modernized to accommodate the Modern Warfare 3 updated player mechanics and movement and gameplay and weapon feel. So
this guy's just
really
dancing in the
excited
corner
to get a little taste of what's going to be in the beta, and then give players some excitement around what's launching on day 1.
It's really fun for me, as I had mentioned previously, having played and competed way back in the day in Modern Warfare 2 and stuff, and seeing these maps return again, because I look at Favela and I remember a long time ago when Clayster eliminated me from a Game Battles tournament and absolutely bopped me in the middle, in front of all my friends. He doesn't remember it, but I remember it for the rest of my life.
That's all that matters.
Favela holds a special place in my heart for sure.
I think the coolest thing for me is dropping into a brand new set of maps, but having enough familiarity. I know right where I am. Right?
Not brand new.
But a lot of what we've done and what we're going to see today is
14 years old, as a matter of
great
fact.
sledgehammer touches that you guys have brought to these maps. Made modern.
One thing I really hope we don't see at all is the destructible walls and stuff that we had in Vanguard all over the place.
So if you remember some sweet
I don't
spots,
think there
some
will be
lines of
any.
sight from the originals, those are still going to be there. But we've also made some adjustments.
But seeing that
to
wall
just make them
makes
feel
me
better
worry
for
that you'll be able to
Modern Warfare 3's
bang out some of those
player
bricks or
movement
something.
and weapon feel and
So one of the this is what I was talking
a
about.
great balance
You
between
can
the two.
jump up onto
Here's my
that crane. It was
personal
like
favorite,
a
Kim.
spot
Agreed.
from
I would
doing
like
what
to
was
see
done before, and now every time you load, I guarantee you, every time you load into High Rise,
I'm sniping
somebody
off the
is going to be
map. I'm
trying to
sniping
get
off
up
the
onto
ladder
that
on
crane,
High
and
Rise.
just to
Watch
get up
me
to the
on
top there,
360
they'll
off
probably
it.
do
I'm
it with a
like,
sniper,
here we go. We're
and
already
just
there.
try to
It
catch
is
somebody
so
off guard,
important to
because
us to
now
keep
they
all
get
those-
to do
those
it.
opening moves
Or
that you remember
I
from
did
back in
it
the day.
14 years
And
ago
being able
when
to
I
have
was,
those in the game, but
10
also
with
have
my
this
buddies,
modernization
and
of the
right out
movement,
here to the
how
right
we're able to-
is what I'm
to
talking
work
about.
with
You can
the
get
high
up there,
mantles in the
but I
game
guarantee
now,
you,
all of this stuff
back
that
in
we're
the day,
watching in High Rise,
you didn't have people
you
doing
can
that
now
every
go
match.
over a lot of
Now
those
you're gonna
quick
have I
mantles, and you can go
guarantee
over,
you,
like,
every
you
time you
can
play
do
this
slide
map,
canceling,
there will
you can
be
do all of
people
that.
trying to get up there just to get kills up there so they can clip it. They can put it on their YouTube or Twitch or TikTok or whatever.
Just completely turned upside down on its head.
It does. And
It's
one
like
of the things
to
about
me,
these
they
maps
should
is
take
these
that
maps
kind of
were
stuff
made,
out.
14 years ago, and to
They
have
won't
that,
ever, but
we had to make them ready to go for 2023, right? We've added that modernization to them, to what gamers expect, to what our Call of Duty
Game design
fans.
changed a lot in those years.
Yeah, it is.
Now,
And
one
we
thing
have to
I
bring
will say
everything
that
up to the standard
I
of
don't
today.
care for immediately
and
off the bat here is
we've
the
gone through,
color
we've
scheme of
maintained
this.
a lot of that within
And it's
these
what I've
maps.
seen from the new
there's a few places where we've
Warzone
had
map
to
as
make
well. It's one of the things I
exceptions for that,
haven't
but for the
enjoyed
most
about
part,
it for the last
you
few
can go in
years.
those lines of sight that
Basically,
were
since
there,
we're
you're
dance,
still
really,
there, and you're going to have fun. You're going to be able to do those opening moves, those opening snipe shots, especially in High Rise.
is the whole
Back.
muted kind of color palette all the time, kind of brown,
The maps,
bland green and gray type stuff, all
for
over
sure.
the place.
So-
In here looks all right.
So
Out
in
on
addition
top
to
of the
these
actual
five that
roof
we're playing
itself, though,
today,
was very kind
day
of
one on launch, we're gonna get the
blah.
rest of the 16 OGs from 2000.
It just kind of everything looks kind of washed out. You know what I mean? Like it's all muted. Is Afghan.
Row,
just
sub
scrap?
base, rundown. Yeah, it's all there and on and on.
Oh,
and
we
on.
got
So,
the scrap.
Yeah, so
And
we're
next year, like
super
with
excited
Treyarch,
to be
Treyarch always
bringing
makes
those.
colorful
and,
maps.
in addition to those,
Their games are
OGs,
colorful. Like
we have
BO4
some
was
new
way
ground
too
war maps that we're
oversaturated,
launching
but
too. So we have 3 ground war
at least
maps
it
that
had
are
some
brand
color
new,
to it. Like
which
these
is the,
again, it's
the
just kind of that
traditional,
muted.
32v32
It's like there's a
beautiful
film on
gameplay.
covering the
So
screen
that's going to be an awesome,
as you look at it.
Alternative for people if they want to take a break from 6v6 or just mash it
Like a
up.
filter
But
over the
you don't
length. You know what I
necessarily
mean?
want to dive fully into Warzone. You have ground war. That is so for people like me. Who
I mean, that's Modern Warfare
big,
style,
crazy,
but
like,
I just don't
huge
care for it.
battles like this is so exciting.
Yeah.
Ground War is a great mode for that. And aside from Ground War, I'm excited to say that there is another mode coming back that many of us know and love originally from Call of Duty World War II.
So Ground War's
and that
coming
is
back?
War mode.
That's right.
Wow.
Yeah, we are super. I mean, War Mode holds a special place in my heart, too,
Yeah.
from 2017.
War Mode from World
it's a
War
brand new
II
map
is
that's
coming back.
launching on day one as well.
War Mode
It's
was
got
fun.
the
Like, did you
attacker
guys like War
defender
Mode
gameplay
in
that we remember from the mode, the
in World War II? I
objectives,
thought it was
the buildable.
it was actually pretty fun.
It's really exciting to see
but
that
it's
be part of our day one.
it's
launch plate
just
as
so
well.
much the
Awesome.
same
So
every
we've
time
got
you play
Ground
it.
War, we've got
Then it quickly
466,
becomes
we've got War
repetitive
Mode,
and boring.
And a little something we're going to get to later.
It's like
in
you
the
have to
show,
do
a
the
brand
same
new
thing
mode
every
coming
single
to
game that you play.
multiplayer
You know, like
that
you have to
will be
move the
available at launch.
those things
And
forward
also put it on the
to like
beta.
the end of the tracks, and then
Yeah,
you
yeah.
open up the next area, and then you go to the next area,
Yeah, it's
and then you
really
advance the.
so cool to see a lot of these
I don't even
players,
remember what it was, like a truck or a
get
tank
back
or
to
something.
The roots, you know, 'cause you can even
further
see,
on up
like,
the road, and then
something I
across the
always
bridge,
enjoyed about
and blah
a
blah
lot of
blah.
these, like big reveal events, right? Is everyone
And then if you're on the other side, of course, you were building
for the first time, they're
barriers
seeing them
and
with fresh eyes, but
trying to block
here,
it.
That's not the case. We got a lot of familiarity here, and now the fresh eyes are going to be like, what did they add? What did they contribute to like make this into their own vision of a map? But I do appreciate as a competitive guy that you guys really focused on keeping the core of the maps. You know,
We love these maps. Like these are, we've adopted these maps internally at Sledgehammer. We treat them as our own, and we've gone through every nook and cranny, understanding them, understanding where all of the Easter eggs are, where all the line sites are. We have tons and tons of PowerPoints about it that just allow us to go through and really understand like what makes these maps work. And then what we've done is we've taken that nostalgia and we've also added that modernization of spice on top of it, that when you're playing these, when you're coming back to them, it is familiar, but also new at the same time, where you're now able to mantle over things that you were never able to get to. You're able to get up on top of things. Right here, we're watching.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, there it is.
I
There it
live
is.
here. I live here.
Yeah.
Right on. And to Greg's point too, when these maps first came out in 2009, Hardpoint did not exist.
Yeah.
Kill
Yeah.
Confirmed did not exist. So those are brand new modes for these maps that were never experienced.
Well, I'm interested to see how those modes potentially like elevate some of these maps that maybe were, you know, less played like competitively or even casually.
Represent
back in
the
day.
zombies, John.
Experience
Whole new
people.
experience.
Yeah.
Whole new experience. You have some of those maps, those larger maps in, Modern Warfare 209, like Derail and Underpass. And those
When was,
play fantastic
Hardpoint
when
brought
you get
into
10v10
Call
or
of Duty?
12v12. We've had those. Those modes are coming. They're going to come out after launch. And it's just fabulous to be able to play them on there. We also have control for those CDL players out there.
EDL folks. Yes.
And
I
it's
want
gonna
them
be
to get
amazing
rid of
watch
control
the
and
competitive community go to town
come up with a
really,
new third mode.
Play them.
Uplink
and
was the best,
understand what's happening.
but without jetpacks.
Well, we're watching some great
hell?
kill confirmed.
The hell is that?
We've been flipping around a bit, and
You see that score streak there, or kill streak, whatever?
I will be there.
It's like a
I will be waiting
big-ass
for you
fan.
tomorrow.
This is so great. I mean,
ADS ready.
I know we've been talking a lot about the 20-year anniversary of Call of Duty, but like, what better way to celebrate that than like, you know, with
These
dropping
classic
all
maps.
of these
Yeah.
16 day one.
BO3 Hardpoint? No, it was before that.
So cool. I'm just going to take a moment to appreciate that.
BO2 had
it-
Hardpoint
you know,
for sure.
It's not every day that you get to
Did Modern Warfare
just
3?
go back and like relive things that you enjoyed so much growing up, but then also to there are some streamers here
Maybe it was
who
BO2.
are younger than Call of Duty's launch, you know,
That's right.
20 years ago. So they're going to get to experience this really with a fresh coat of paint for the first time ever. That has to feel quite liberating for you guys, wouldn't you say?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I think really these maps hold up for, you know, old school veterans as well as like people who are brand new to Call of Duty. If this is your first game playing Call of Duty, you're obviously
Never been a better time to
Yeah.
jump in. Yeah, I mean, you're absorbing so much of COD's history. To your point, what a better way to celebrate 20 years of Call of Duty than with these iconic maps returning in an
Toggle
all-new way.
music
And we're
when
gonna
you're
talk
playing?
about all those new ways as part of the, the innovations that you guys have brought to gameplay
Kind of
in just a
unusual.
second. But we want to remind the audience out there that while you're watching gameplay today, you will get to play it starting tomorrow. Take a
Yeah,
look here at
beta
the
tomorrow. Beta
schedule.
tomorrow. Here we go.
For players who pre-order on PlayStation, starting tomorrow. And
Again,
next week for
link
players who
pinned at
order
the top
on
of the chat.
Xbox and PC.
If
The
you've
maps,
not
modes,
pre-downloaded
updates you're seeing here
the
today,
beta yet for
those are in
PlayStation,
beta, and so are two new
there's a
ground
video
war maps
pinned at the
and
top of the
in-game
chat,
awards for playing. So anyway,
showing
take
you
a look,
exactly
take
how they
notes
make it
here
so
with the
complicated
pros
now.
playing. Tune into the stream. Get some
So basically,
hot
the
tips
long
before
and the
you
short of
dive
it
into
is like
the
there's a
first
Call of
session.
Duty HQ now. There's no longer
right.
a Modern Warfare
It's,
3 Modern Warfare 2, you know, Warzone over here. Everything is under one banner now. And you need to have the HQ downloaded, so you need Warzone downloaded.
It still just blows my mind. I genuinely am so excited about this. But, you know, there are a lot of, like, maps that...
I don't know. What do you guys think? How does it look to you so far? Does it look smooth? I mean, it looks pretty smooth. The gameplay. I wish there was no riot shield. I would take riot shields out of the game. I would take like almost every kind of set it and forget it. You know, claymores, bouncing betties, any of those types of things. I hate all that kind of stuff. I wouldn't remove them completely, but I would have like one option. Like there's claymores, not claymores and bouncing betties and bomb drone. You know, what's that, cluster bombs or whatever, like the score streak. Like all the different things you could do.
And these are all different sizes of maps, different locales.
Or I would at least make riot shields destructible. Like in Modern Warfare 2 this past year, like you could hit somebody directly with a rocket from the rocket launcher, and they're fine as long as they have the riot shield up. It's like
there are other maps in there as well that we'll talk about.
By the way, if you're seeing the like that whole pixely stuff going on right now, that's theirs. That's on their end. That's nothing to do with my stream over here. Is on how it looks.
You know what you can do with
You like the movement? They said they made changes. It looks good so far. I mean, it doesn't. They put slide canceling back in, and it looks pretty smooth.
The community has been thrilled.
It's not as bad. It's not as super cracked out as Vanguard was. Because all these people that are, you know, they're showing, obviously played Vanguard. And they played Modern Warfare 2019, where you know the first Warzones, a couple of Warzones where slide canceling was how you got around the map non-stop. And that's not how the movement seems to me at all. So it looks like it's like a somewhere between Modern Warfare 2 this year and Vanguard the previous year. Vanguard was crazy, especially on the smaller Warzone map. Yeah, I mean, it was absurd. I mean, you know, I play tactical too, so every time I'm sliding, I'm clicking in my right stick. I mean, you just wear the hell. Controllers are just being worn out left and right.
It just changes the
I mean, non-stop. It's just also, I don't think it's...
the offering, which... You know, we didn't have that.
Yes, there's a skill gap issue kind of there, which is nice that, you know, you can master something and do whatever, but it's just when it's non-stop, and it's just, it's kind of crazy.
He is in his loadout.
It seems to be again. Oh, here's the thing too. So this is part of your loadout now. Your boots, gloves. I think there's like glasses or something that you can put on as well. Instead of like just having a foregrip, in a way this sounds kind of cool. In a way this sounds horrible to me, but it's like you have dead silence in your boots, or you have lightweight in your boots. For your gloves, it could be like grip, or they could be like quick draw or stuff like that. So you're also going to, well, not the boots thing with like dead silence or anything like that, but that's only in the boots. But like with the quick draw kind of stuff, or to help with your aim, you know, with the recoil or there's steady aim.
Weapon handling.
It's something that's already built into like the foregrip and the rear grip of the gun, plus the glove thing as well. It's like one more thing to unlock. I really hope.
Yeah, it's different. It's
and I haven't heard them talk about it yet.
Some of the same perks that we
the
love, so
unlock tree that we had with Modern Warfare 2, where you had to unlock certain categories of attachments to different weapons. So like, in order to unlock all the attachments for like, let's say like the Vaznev submachine gun, you would have to use LMGs and level them up to a certain level. You would have to use battle rifles and level them up to a certain level, and snipers to a certain level, and blah 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 blah. And it was, you know, the same throughout. So basically, if you wanted to unlock all the attachments for every weapon, you had to use, well, you know, even just the weapons that you wanted to use. That's one thing I didn't like about it. Is like, look, if I'm a SMG player / sometimes I use an AR, don't force me to use snipers. Don't force me to use LMGs. Don't force me to use battle rifles and marksman rifles and whatever. Like, I don't want to use. I don't want to play that way. That's not how I like to play. So let me do the play that I like. But they kind of make you do that if you want to unlock all the attachments. So I think most people really didn't like that. So hopefully it's not in it. The Modern Warfare 3 this year coming up. They haven't mentioned it, and I haven't heard anything about it. So I think it's probably not. But and they're on Rust right now, of course. But do you like that they kept the same loadout system? Loki was wishing for a pick 10. I would love to go back to a pick 10. To be honest with you, I don't like that there are. If you go into Modern Warfare 2 and you scroll through, like literally just scroll through all the different optics that are available, I think there was 27 or 28 different ones.
I mean, so
that's insane. The same for the rear grip. There was like literally almost 30 different rear grips that you can put on your gun. That's too much. It's stupid. It's just stupid.
Want to make sure that people know where the firefights are happening.
And then they had the weapon tuning on top of it, like.
And as we mentioned earlier about just knowing the maps and being very.
I mean, how much choice do you need?
You can see the red dots on the mini maps, and you can understand.
I liked the pick 10 system in the past, where you just. It also made it more balanced and kind of more fair. I don't want to spend I don't want to have to do like a ton of homework just to figure out what attachments to put on my gun. You know, like let's say in BO3, it's like okay, I'm going to put on a quick draw, a foregrip, and for this particular gun, like a red dot or an ELO sight, and for other guns like mags or something like that. But to choose like which of the 37 different rear grips should I use, and that's just one attachment. What about all the barrels, all the muzzles, all the foregrips for the magazines? Like, it's too much, man. It's just too much. I don't. It's not something I enjoy about it. And again, the whole kind of Call of Duty was never a milsim, and I don't think it should be. It's more of an arcadey kind of a game. It doesn't have to be full blown arcade, just a button masher kind of a thing. But it shouldn't be. It shouldn't try to be something it's not. At the same time, it became the most popular game in the game series for a reason. It's the best-selling game every year, so like, I don't know, like, don't try to reinvent the wheel. Do what works. And I don't know anybody that complained about it in the past. There are the super hardcores. Like, I made
kings and queens getting around the map.
A couple of videos where I'm talking about like the DMR rifle, and then you get the people going in there. Oh my God. Do you realize what you just said? That's ridiculous. You said DMR rifle. The R in DMR stands for rifle. So you're saying DMR rifle. You're so stupid. Blah, blah, blah. And by the way, it takes this caliber of weapon. It's a 5.62. Like, if that's your kind of thing, that's great. Good for you. I don't give a flying fuck about any of that shit. I just want to get in there, run around with an SMG and shoot people.
So rather than 100 health, we have 150 health.
I don't want to have to know real life stats about guns and different attachments and how close it is to real life or not. And that's not a DMR. That's an M1 grade.
As well. And what we've also done.
Whatever.
So what you're going to
so many attachments for remake. They could definitely give me less options on optics in particular. The tuning, I like it. Don't need it. Yeah, I mean, I don't mind the tuning thing, but it's like.
It does less damage. So we've kind of normalized.
Do you realize how many people don't even know that tuning is an option? Still, I mean, the game's old. Modern Warfare 2 is basically over, right? I mean, it kind of has been since the end of COD Champs.
It is now like
but
you get that feeling, you get that rhythm back in your gameplay. And you're able to
only the hardcores are still playing it. Like if you really loved it.
That pace of combat, especially with our hit
a lot of people, I guarantee you, had no idea that weapon tuning was a thing. Attachment tuning, really. I guarantee you, they had no idea it was a thing. And then even if you do, it's like, okay, well,
you also notice that headshot hit.
How do you do? Okay, and just the way the menus were with Modern Warfare 2 was the worst thing ever. Like that was genuinely somebody should have been shot for that. That was so bad.
You can pull away, you can get into
that was legit terrible. It's one of the worst things about that game. And I think there were plenty of bad things about Modern Warfare 2. But the menu system was maybe the worst thing about it. But yeah, with the weapon tuning, it's like you get in there and it's like, oh, okay. And then you kind of start messing with it a little bit and like, just fuck it, dude. And then if you dare to change something once, it's like, okay, well, where did I have it before? Because it's not like you're just putting the attachment back on. It's like you have to put the attachment back on again, and there's 30 of them, so like you got to remember which one it was. And then, wait, was I 1.12 plus in the vertical column and minus 0.07? Like, do you remember any of that stuff? Because I don't. Like, and then you got to get in there and mess with it again, and then all anybody does is either you don't know about this stuff and you just don't bother with it, or
where you can kind of like push corners.
If you're aware of it, what you'll do is you'll look up your favorite YouTuber slash streamer slash whoever, and what's the meta, and type it in for whatever gun, and then just do what what it says on Charlie Intel or one of the other websites, and you just copy that. So if anybody's doing the same thing anyway, why not just have a foregrip and a quick draw grip, or a stock or no stock? I don't understand why that's a problem.
We just saw it here. We're seeing some clips of it. Yep.
Yeah, and it is very good.
And I know part of it is literally just that they have to.
I can see the application
change or add things every year, in the fear that if they don't, people will get bored and say, "Well, it's just like the last game. It's just like the last." That's why I was happy with. I'm kind of not happy about having this whole COD HQ now, where everything is running on the same engine. I'm fine with. Again, I mentioned this about zombies before. Like, I was fine with Exo Zombies being the thing, even though I don't care for it. It's still a new zombies experience that came out. That it was coming out every year.
And there are options.
And that particular one, I didn't care for it, but it had its positives. It had a lot of negatives as far as I'm concerned. But again, I don't mind it. It's better than not getting anything, and it's better than getting just the same crap all the time. Like, I'm fine with things being different. I don't understand. I don't know why that's a problem. I gotta be honest. I really don't understand why that's an issue. I don't know why everything needs to be on the same engine. If Treyarch do their thing, Treyarch's games always felt like Treyarch games. Infinity Ward games always felt like Infinity Ward games. The only exception to that was really kind of Infinite Warfare, which, because the time to kill was a lot longer than in most every other Infinity Ward game, but it felt good. It kind of felt more of like a Treyarch game, but whatever. But it was fine. Like, the games feel different because a different studio made it. I like that. I don't want to have the same thing every year.
You got all different options here.
Audio cutting out?
Taking a hard point right now.
My audio or them?
Has been really fun to check out. And
like, is my mic cutting out, or is it?
Without a doubt here. But we're going to take a quick break from the gameplay for a brief second.
What they're saying.
We actually wanted to mention an awesome partnership between Call of Duty and the Hundreds. Now, you're taking a look here. We should be seeing in a moment at a limited edition Call of Duty.
Yeah, but if there's any kind of an issue going on, just go ahead and refresh. As you can see from their stream, again, when it gets all pixely and crazy, that's not me. That's literally Sledgehammer's stream. Because they're, like, why does it look like that? Why is it doing that?
Go ahead and jump right back to the gameplay. And Greg,
but if any kind of issue happens on my stream, on my side, just go ahead and refresh. It will be fine. There's a couple of, like when they switched over to them actually going to gameplay, when they switched over from the countdown screen, like my stream cut, it's because of what's going on. It's a YouTube thing, it's not me.
Exactly, and it is all about.
So if anything happens, just refresh it and it'll come back.
We call this carry forward. We talked a little bit about it before. We had some blog posts about it.
I don't know. You guys let me know. How do you feel about
all of your investment into Modern Warfare 2?
This entire multiplayer experience? At least at launch, being purely remakes of old maps.
So you can go ahead and use that.
Because I'm not crazy about it. Again, if it wasn't for zombies being a thing this year with this game, I would not have bought it. And I did pre-order it. I will be playing the beta for myself starting tomorrow. I pre-ordered, so I'll be playing for the next 5 days after today, and then I'll be playing next weekend as well. So I'll get my hands on this and actually, get to play it a bunch.
But don't worry,
usually what happens to me, though, is at the beginning of a beta, I'm super excited to play it, and then by the end of it, I'm just like, meh, I don't want to play today. I'll just watch some. I'll watch Scumpy stream it, or whoever stream it.
Yeah, we're going to talk about
Modern Warfare 3 put me in a bad headspace. I hope
in a little bit, but exciting to hear that.
This Modern Warfare 3, or you mean Modern Warfare 2 from this past year?
On it before we know it. More to come soon.
Oh yeah.
Because I did not care for Modern Warfare 2, like very much at all. But
We have new
Modern Warfare
attachments
2
as well that are available that you can use
remastered
all of the
maps
weapons.
into
Yeah, even the Modern Warfare
a game
2
called Modern
weapons.
Warfare 3.
And
Wouldn't you
then we
remaster
have
Modern Warfare
20+
3 maps for
operators
that?
are there for you to unlock and be able to use.
For Modern Warfare
and
2, you would
experience.
remaster
If
old
you don't mind
Modern
me
Warfare
asking
2 maps,
how,
right?
It must have been a fun challenge to take those.
It doesn't really make
weapons from
sense.
MW2 and then bring them over to MW3
So-
and like really try.
Oh yeah, it's been
How was
a fun
that?
challenge.
Yeah, again, if it wasn't for the zombies
It's been
thing
great.
coming
And-
out this
and
year,
being
like
able to have all
honestly,
of
I
those
just
weapons
would
and
not
being
have
able to
bought it. I
arsenal
would have
come with
just,
you is an amazing experience.
you know,
for
kind
everybody.
you guys.
I don't know.
It's
Maybe
very
I
important
would
for
have
us
just
to
because of my
honor
channel,
our
but
players and be able to, take all of that. But you spent a year in this game. We need. To
I
bring
wouldn't
that
I
into
wouldn't
the
have been
next
looking
game
forward
and
to
allow you be able to
it in the
experience
slightest.
it
And now as it is,
have
because
fun
again, I
and
thought
not
DMZ was
set
pretty
you
much
back
was
all
pretty
the
fun.
way. We still have 1 to 55. You're going to be able to level that again.
So the zombies
and we
is
have
basically
new
going to be
content in there for you
DMZ,
to
like.
experience.
All the bells and whistles.
All the bells and
I'm
whistles
all right
is
with
there.
that. I mean, at least in
But
theory,
being able
we'll
to
see
have
how
those
it actually
weapons,
shakes out and
being
how
able
it
to make
plays.
work with
It's
all
not
the
going to be our
attachments.
typical round
We're
base. We're not
actually
getting
doing
Rise and
tuning on
Draka. We're
those
not getting
weapons as
Shadows
well,
of
so they're
Evil.
not
We're
gonna
not
be
getting
exactly the
Origins.
same.
You know,
They're
like
Get those battle
not this year.
packs
It's not
for
happening.
Modern
They're going to
Warfare
have
3.
the essence of the Modern Warfare 2 weapons, but they're not going to be one-to-one. You
Mobile?
can actually go in, and our friends at Binox have been
Is he
able
playing
to
mobile
put in
like-
detailed weapon stats for us, and it is you're going to be able to go in and look at all.
But
of
it's kind of
those
like I think it's
check
I
out
think it
what
will
their
end up
headshot
being
multipliers are,
basically
check
a
out
better
what their,
outbreak than we
limit
got like from
damage
Cold
is,
War.
all that stuff
I think
in
it should be
And that
basically
brings up
like
attachment
similar to that,
tuning.
but better.
Attachment tuning is coming
I'd be
to
very
Modern
happy with that
Warfare
if that's
3.
the
It
case.
is. There's part of
Modern Warfare
2, part of
2019 was a
that
rough
carry
year for
forward.
me.
Yeah.
I wanted to love that game so bad. I toughed it up. Modern Warfare 2.
I think we're all
the whole
just
purchase
happy
of
that,
Modern Warfare 2 was
you know,
terrible. Yeah, that's
what
another
I
thing
had
too. Is like
already
I think they
used is gonna-
got rid of
gonna
that.
come
Nicki Minaj is
I
coming
haven't
with
heard
you.
them
Yes.
even mention
Thank you
it.
so much. That was what I needed to know about.
But
you know,
yeah, the perk system for this Modern Warfare 2
Although I
is
do
so
love this one.
stupid.
The Barbs are thrilled. Kim,
Well,
we are
to me
seeing
it
some
wasn't.
epic
And if you're gonna
looking
do that,
skins
like you
and
have to make it
weapons, on our
more
creators here today. In
manageable.
fact,
Like there was
right
only
now, if you look at
too
the screen,
few
check that
perks
out. I
available in
believe
each
these are from the
category.
Modern Warfare 3 Vault
Like if you're gonna do it that way,
Can
like
give
you
us
earn
some,
them throughout the
additional info.
gameplay.
Yeah, happy to. So what you're
Like
seeing
have
right
them all
now are the
available
weapon
in
camos that are
whatever,
gonna
like
be in our
in each
vault
spot.
edition. There's
I could
a
have
blue
Ghost
and a
in
red version,
perk
so
1,
there's
you
the
know.
Crimson
I mean,
Fates is what we're
I don't
calling
know.
one of them.
I didn't like how they
Crimson
did it,
Fate
and
is the
nobody
other.
seemed to
And
enjoy
these
it,
will be
and I think they got
applicable
rid of
on
it.
4
As far as I know,
different
like that's
to get the
gone now
vault
after
edition,
this.
plus
For
all
Modern
of
Warfare
their
3, it won't be like
attachments.
that.
And they're reactive. So
Dead
the
Silence
better
not
you
being
do in the
silently
match, the more
activated is,
eliminations you
uh,
get in a
is-
match, the more you'll start to see.
Yeah, that's
that
another thing I
people
hated.
change
Again,
on
I
the
didn't.
weapon.
I don't want to complain about Modern
And
Warfare
as you
2
can
this
see
whole
also,
time
the
because
operators have their
I've
own
already done
versions
my
of
complaining
this.
about
These
it.
are the
Look at
Nemesis
that
skins.
gear.
So there is a blue version and a red version there. The blue version goes on Price and Ghost, and the red version goes on Warden and Makarov.
Yeah,
Those are the
activating
4
Dead Silence on
operators
Modern
that
Warfare
use
2,
skins.
like you
Same
have to pull the
reactive
thing
tech,
out,
so you're gonna
click
see
it,
a
and
little
now
bit
you're
of a
running around
silver,
one-handed,
metallic, shiny
like
looking,
beep,
skin come up on the hands,
letting
the
everybody
torso,
know, oh,
the
somebody
better you do in
activated
the
Dead
match.
Silence.
I've seen a lot of
And you're
warning
running
lights on
around,
that,
you
so I
know,
think people are really excited to
with a
see
gun in
her
one hand only.
action, and that skin in
Wasn't
particular is awesome. But
really
one thing
not
about the
great.
reactive skins, to your point, these are performance driven, so that
Absolutely
effect
good,
actually
yeah.
will scale back if you stop getting kills, guys.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah, got to do well.
Gotta keep
You want
that
to
streak.
you want to see the fun stuff on screen.
Yeah.
We need you to perform. So those will be awesome. People will be popping off having these awesome effects go around the map as well. And of course, those are in the Vault Edition.
Yeah, and you know, speaking of the weapons and diving into it a little bit more, I understand as well that there is also a new
this is
system
a
that
state.
you guys have on top of that with the aftermarket parts, right?
Oh,
That-
yeah.
if we could dive a little bit more into that, because that sounded really fascinating. They kind of like make guns play in a different way just off of one part alone.
So this is
Yeah, it is
part of the
here
gunsmith
we're seeing
system,
a little
these
bit of it where
aftermarket parts.
This is our LMG that has a bullpup conversion to it. So they're full conversion kits that allow these weapons to really go cross-class and to change up. They are meaningful, powerful changes.
And
to
that's a
everyone.
Renetti.
That's a Renetti that is actually turning into an SMG with this conversion kit. It's like a 3D printed part on there.
No secondary.
No secondary. So what you do not, like we have a gunner vest that allows you to take a primary as a secondary. You do not need to take that if you're swapping out your Renetti for that aftermarket part to make
This
it into an
aftermarket
SMG.
part stuff
And one of the
seems more
coolest
like a
things is how
gimmick
you
than a
unlock these
real
amps. So we're
like
gonna see, we call them amps.
viable
love acronyms here, guys.
option for your
So we have
weapons.
2 amps that are coming to beta.
That's a big jump.
I believe. But how you're going to unlock
But we'll
them
see.
at launch and beyond? You want to talk a little bit about those
Yeah,
challenges?
so in beta they unlock a little differently than they do at launch. So
Yep.
at launch they're actually we have a new system called weekly challenges.
Yep.
It is pretty much exactly as it sounds. There are challenges, a group of challenges that we release weekly.
I was worried it was like bi-weekly for a moment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Trick question.
Yeah. Thankfully, it is every week. And then the reward for getting all of those challenges for that week is an aftermarket part. So the first 3 weeks that the game is out, we have an aftermarket part reward for those, completing those challenges. You can then take that aftermarket part into the game and use that.
I think too, again, it just the through line with Modern Warfare 3. This is player choice, is player freedom. It's on this new way to customize the experience and let the player kind of choose the way to.
Again, this feels more to me like a gimmick than a like. Oh, they did a real new thing. It's just
exciting.
We did a new gimmick.
Yeah, it definitely is. As we,
but we'll see.
Continue to take, just more of a look and enjoy,
I mean,
as players continue to run around.
I'm not expecting to play a hell of a lot of multiplayer this year.
I've done that many times.
I didn't like Modern Warfare 2's multiplayer, and
it still just baffles my mind.
This is going to be very similar, though not the same.
So I'm just excited to play.
And we're also going to have zombies. So I mean, that's where my
95%
of my time is going to be.
That is such a wonderful feeling to have. And then also on top of that too, just to see the way that players can interact with the ways you build your classes. I really do like what you guys did with the perk system and how you contextualize.
Again, I am genuinely looking forward to DMZ Zombies. I think
the desire to kind of just
I can't wait to we actually get to see it here. I'm like, that's all I really care about. I mean, I actually do care about the multiplayer stuff because like when I'm not doing zombie stuff and I want to hop on and just play a video game, the vast majority of the time what I'm doing is playing Call of Duty multiplayer. Sometimes I play Halo with some friends. But other than that, it's Call of Duty multiplayer. So I very much want it to be good, and I don't want to, like this past year, like every time I get off, be like, God, why do I do this? I just don't like, I hate the maps, and I don't like the gameplay very much at all. So hopefully I won't feel that way.
We came up with a really good
more SMGs or ARs in
field of
Modern Warfare
choices
3.
in our perks this year.
So I don't know if you guys can see it. We're taking a look around the room.
Like, are you asking, will there be
two-story
more like new ones from Modern Warfare 2? Like, will they be different?
Pretty epic in here.
It's
yes.
absolutely wild in here, and everyone is
very focused on their
Yeah.
all of a sudden.
Or if you're asking, will there be more SMGs than there are ARs? Like, I have no idea about that, but yeah, they're going to be new from Modern Warfare 2. Like, again, a lot of stuff is going to carry over, so there will be, like, I think not all. I don't believe all of the weapons will carry over, although it's possible for Modern Warfare 2. But at least some of them will carry over, and then we're going to get new ones as well inside of Modern Warfare 3. Because again, if you bought camos or skins and all this kind of stuff, or not bought, but like if you earned, or if you bought stuff from, bought and earned, from bundles, whatever, like. They made a big point of like, hey, you'll be able to use this in Modern Warfare 3 as well, so don't worry. Go ahead and spend your money. Spend $20 and get, buy this bundle with this camo and whatever.
But there's definitely the sense in the
room of like, balance all the guns, like how many. Yeah, there's another thing too. Is like, you remember when Warzone had
every day I come into the office,
Modern Warfare 1,
boot up the game, get into a match,
Cold War, and Vanguard weapons all in the same game.
It's just fun to watch them play.
It's too much, man. How do you even keep track of that? And it's like, a lot of them had, like, Cold War had an MP5, Modern Warfare 1 had an MP5. They performed very differently, though, so you got to make sure you're doing the right one. Is this the right AK? Is this the? I want the Cold War AK, not the Modern Warfare AK. All right. At least for Vanguard, they were World War II weapons, so you could pretty much tell the difference. But
Battle Rage is back. It's actually
you got to make sure you've got the right MP5 of the two. Like. It was way too much.
Awesome vest, the engineering vest,
as again, the whole thing with everything being on the same engine. Like, I understand it's because of Warzone, because it's gonna Warzone's gonna be a thing every year now going forward. And you're gonna have to use the weapons that are available in the new game. So that's why we're getting like the same engine for everybody now. It's not Treyarch's engine. It's not Infinity Ward's engine. It's not not
you know,
Sledgehammer's
you get one
engine.
boot and you get one.
It's all because of
Yeah, you
Warzone,
can take
because you're
multiple
going to have to use the
but
current
how many gear
weapons from the
slots
current
you can
game
actually have. So with the engineering vest that I
in
just mentioned,
Warzone
you're
as
getting
well.
two
So
tacticals
will they
that
get
you
rid of
can
all the
At
old
the cost of your
ones
lethal.
at the
and
cost
just
of your
use the
lethal,
current
and you also gain
game?
another
Like,
gear slot.
I don't know, and especially
that
with
gear
this year
slot is
being that
super
this is,
important because
again,
that gear
basically
slot is
DLC, and
where
they said
all
everything
your
was going to carry over from Modern
intelligence
Warfare 2
works
into
live.
Modern
So those are
Warfare
things
3,
like what we
meaning
used to call hard
skins
line
and
or,
camos and all that kind of
high
stuff. Like,
alert sit in that slot, and now you can take both of them
probably
at the
not
same
this
time
year,
and
but
really
we'll
have that
see
advantage.
next year. I
Awesome.
think we'll have a
And
much
there are
better
4
idea
vests to choose
of
from at the moment. I believe
are they
Yeah,
going
there
to
are 4, yeah.
like
it's zone beta,
do
there
a full
are 4.
reset
Expect
every
to
year?
see those
Like,
tomorrow. Infantry
those weapons are no
vests,
longer
engineering vests.
available
I've seen
in
a lot of people
Warzone.
running
Like, it's
infantry
just the
vests
current,
today. In fact, right
it's
here
just the
at moment,
current
we just
games.
got a peek at the loadout.
which I think is a
That
good
is gonna
idea,
allow
by the
your
way.
attack sprint to regen faster. It is the core. Like if you're
They'll
familiar
probably
with
start
Call of Duty,
introducing
I
something
imagine
like
most of
legacy
our,
guns,
people
though.
watching
Like,
are.
bring over your
That is your
5
core
favorite
loadout. So
weapons
you
for
have your,
Warzone, and then
your
you're going
normal
to have like
perks, and you
super
get your
imbalances
tactical,
between
lethal, primary,
between guns, and
secondary.
it'll
And
just
what's
be
cool about the vests is
it'll be
they
terrible,
actually
but
have
they'll
perks
want to do it
baked into them.
because it,
So with the
it'll
with
keep
the infantry
older
vest
players from
baked in right away,
the
you're
ones that
getting
like
that
this
attack
game,
sprint
they'll come back. The
refresh
ones that
even
like that
faster.
game will come back. But you know, if
And
they
then
didn't like
also
this
a little
one, they
bit of
wouldn't. But
extended
now they
time
will
there.
because they can use their
One
favorite
of the things that we've done
AR
across
or
the board is
LMG or
we've
whatever.
increased that attack sprint, and
We'll
we've
see.
also allowed you to have much more faster ADS strafe speeds as well in there.
Yeah, I do like how you guys have managed to take a lot of the vests and stuff and then make it also combine with other things or like really have everything kind of synergized together and have you create like the optimal build here. It's quite customizable.
And it's really helped out a lot with how we balance the game in that sense, because now what we've done is we've let you take more than we normally do, but we've also balanced that out with what you can't take in that same
There are
moment.
trade-offs,
Yeah.
very clear trade-offs. I think what you're talking about, selecting the vest, selecting the boots. There's
See, I don't know if I'm in the minority, but like I actually want less options. I don't want I don't want more options. I think we have too many options in Call of Duty now. Like I genuinely want less options, and that goes from different game modes at the beginning, especially at the launch.
Have consequences. If
That's
you-
why
if
launches
you're
are always
choosing
so
wrong
rough.
and learn from
They've
it
got a
and go
million
back
different
and
game
do
modes and
So I
game
can't
types that you
change
can
those
do at the beginning of the year.
Well,
Like,
you
doesn't
can't
need it.
I can't
Hard
change
point,
that was a trick.
S&D, TDM, kill confirmed,
You'll still have
control.
the consequences of
Like,
your action.
you can have those 5 for the
I
first
always
month.
do
Like those are the first.
It's been
You have those 5
haunting me for
available,
years.
and then add onto that like these different modes that you're trying to
Let's look. I
implement
haven't
that are
seen
different and
anybody-
kind of
anybody
kooky.
get one yet. I've seen a
They're
couple of
experimental.
streaks
Like, will they
pop
catch on?
off,
Won't
but
they
I'm
catch on?
wondering, about
Kind of like
those
DMZ
streaks,
in this past year.
If we have any personal favorites at the desk here.
Well, for sure. I mean, the equipment.
But I'm also talking
selection we
about the
have in
straight
Modern Warfare
multiplayer, not the
3 is so much fun. I
Warzone
think,
stuff. I mean, literally like
my
the stuff that's
personal
on.
favorite, we'll start with the Breacher drone, which is
Yeah.
actually a lethal. It's in your
lethal.
lethal slot.
Yes.
So it's basically a handheld drone that you pull out, and it's just slow flying down a hallway. You can clear dom points, hard points, and wipe out an entire enemy squad with it.
You want a 4-piece?
Yeah.
I'm gonna refill my coffee.
That's your option.
It'll explode on impact. The counter to that one, though, it's slow moving enough. You can shoot it down if you see it in the sky coming at you.
There you go.
So in addition to that, we have a mosquito drone, which you shoot into the air, and it basically encircles an area and then dive bombs an enemy when an enemy approaches that area.
I will in fact say that my experience with the mosquito drone has been quite like as annoying as a real mosquito. they plague me in matches when I've play tested, and so
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah, yeah.
You gotta
Tricky.
have headphones on,
Tricky,
turn them up,
yeah.
because that's how you know
hear
it's
that
coming.
thing coming.
Right,
yeah.
right. We have something called the ACS, which is affectionately called the capture bot on the dev team. So it's basically this box that you throw down on a dom point or hard point, and it'll capture the point for you. So you can hang back and get in cover, and then let it capture the point for you. So when enemies come to try to take it, you can take them out from behind cover. So just yesterday, I had an awesome match where I put down an ACS on a dom point and then shot a mosquito drone in the air that it was patrolling. So I just like hung back and watched the whole thing unfold. An enemy rolled in there to try to get my ACS out, and then the mosquito drone got it, and I didn't have to do anything. I was just like, that's right. That's all my equipment doing
You're
the,
like, I
the work
have
for me.
crafted the master plan
Yeah.
to capture this point.
I was pretty proud of myself. It was pretty epic.
And then you went on to drop a nuke and have a big game. You know?
Yeah.
Not that good yet, but
Oh, okay, all right.
He drops 100 on shipment, guys. Don't believe it.
no, it was an awesome moment. So yeah, we just have a bunch of fun stuff coming in terms of lethals, tacticals, field equipment, streaks. We have the Guardian that gets a lot of love. It's basically, you know, this thing that you put down that's an area of denial tool. You can just, you know, it really limits enemies' movement when they run into the beam that it shoots out.
It doesn't actually eliminate players. For those of you who are going to stay tuned for Warzone later, which is hopefully all of you, I think we're going to see a lot of the Guardian in Battle Royale later. But
all right, how long are they
going
to do this for? Like, let's get us some zombies action going. Are we actually going to be able to see, like...
It's almost like a stun grenade. You know, and we have something called the Comm
I would love to see some
Scrambler
zombies
that you throw down, and
gameplay.
it's
Like, have
basically
them load into
just-
the
it
new
creates,
Warzone map.
like, the ghost perk in a certain
And actually,
area.
like, do
So,
a couple
you
of
know, it
missions.
wipes
Like,
out
that
any
would be great.
communication. So you
I would love to
UAVs
see
won't
that.
work. You know, like
I don't think it's
going to
happen, but I would love to
map
see
in
that.
this certain area. But the counter to that is like everyone
can see the
it.
active area. Yeah,
exactly.
so you'll get Ghost, I believe you said, if you're inside the vicinity of the
Right,
Comm
the perimeter.
Scrambler, but
That's
you
right.
can see where it's active on the map. So expect to be
Yeah,
to
as
be
soon as you
rushed.
throw it down, everybody knows where it is. They just kind of, you're kidding in that
Oh,
bubble
so you
for
see
a
how he
while.
just,
Very, very useful indoors.
dolphin
I think
dove,
that's
basically.
That's a very cool tool to have.
And
So
he had the guy in
before we
front of
wrap up
him,
the
the enemy in
convo
front of
here
him,
on
and
Core
like he had to
66,
track
I
him to the
wanted
left
to
before he was able to
ask
fire a
you
shot.
about
Like in Modern Warfare
Greg.
2, you know how like once you dive down to the ground, it takes a
Greg,
while
what
before
can
you can
tell
pull
us
up and
if you
shoot
can
the
give us
sprint to
any more
fire,
details
or in
on
this
when
case,
we can
dolphin dive to
expect
fire,
ranked
or a slide to
multiplayer
fire.
We
in
can.
Modern
So,
Warfare 3.
our
Seems
friends
like
at
there's
Treyarch
still
are
a
on the case
big
again with
gap
ranked
between
play.
when
They
you
do a
actually land,
fantastic job
between,
with it, and
you know,
we
then
love
you can start
partnering
shooting.
with them on it.
Like a long
and they're
time.
going to bring that experience, update it, modernize it from.
It's something I
Modern Warfare
really
2,
didn't like
bring that forward,
about this
and
past
then
year.
For season 1.5,
So I'm not
which is,
thrilled to
you
see
know,
that that's probably back.
Mid-season one.
Sometime during season one.
We will
yeah.
have it out,
Later in season one.
and that's when it's going to launch. Because if we want enough time where players can get familiar with everything, they can understand what's happening within the game, and start to build those restrictions within the game. And you can find out more from Treyarch as we go through development.
As we get closer, we're going to be talking more about it, but excited to say that later in Season 1, we will have a ranked play coming to multiplayer in Modern Warfare 3. But that wraps up our core 6v6 gameplay for the day. We're going to see the folks behind us switch over. We've got an exciting new mode to talk about that we're going to get to here in a second. It's called Cutthroat. It is awesome. There's so much to get into there. But first, we have a quick special announcement for all of our PlayStation players out there, like me.
Oh.
Take a look.
That was kind of abrupt. Take a look. Oh, we did this. Okay, if you don't, this is the lockpick pack. It's basically the first Easter egg in Modern Warfare 3. I have, again, a quick guide on my channel. If you want to be able to unlock this, if you're a PlayStation player, you can unlock this character model and skin. What you're seeing there. Super easy to do. I'll go ahead and put it in the chat right now. I'll give you a link in the chat right now. Oh, you know what? Let's do this.
I've never found a lock.
It's literally less than 2 minutes. The guide that I'm putting into the chat right now. You can get this pack for free on PlayStation only. It's a PlayStation exclusive.
Announcing the PlayStation exclusive lockpick operator pack, including the Van Gogh
The video, the link I just put in the chat, it's a minute and 50-second video showing you exactly how to do this. So it's super
Lockpick
easy.
is a cunning art feat with noble motivations and an exciting new operator to come to Modern Warfare 3. PlayStation players can get the lockpick operator by pre-ordering the Modern Warfare 3. By pre-ordering Modern Warfare 3 on the PlayStation Store with the items playable at the game's launch on November 10th. I didn't know she was a PlayStation exclusive operator. This is my
So you don't even have to
main
do the
in all
Easter egg
playtests.
to
I auto-lock
get
lockpick.
it? Is that what she's saying?
It is how it is.
Did you know she was an art thief?
I didn't know she was an art thief. I was like, Thomas Crown Affair, hello, it's me.
I mean, and then when you're doing it, you get like a super quick version of that trailer they just showed. It's like literally like 5 seconds, if that, maybe.
A couple of words from our sponsors.
It's just
Call
super,
of Duty
super,
Next,
super fast.
Brought to you by HyperX,
But,
the official peripheral partner of Call of Duty. We're all gamers.
Yeah, I mean, it's like the
Play
first.
like a pro on the big
Again, it's the
screen
first
with
Easter egg.
TCL
You can just go to the
QLED
PlayStation
TVs,
store.
up to
They
98
tweeted it out a
inches.
couple of days ago.
The
That whole
official
thing.
timekeeper of Modern Warfare 3.
These guys, by the way, that are there at the COD Next, got
COD
these
to see
as a
the
gift.
limited edition watch collab. Backbone. Level up your
Those
play with
watches.
Backbone and Call of Duty Warzone Mobile. And Lovesack.
Um,
Lovesack Stealth Tech is a
But yeah,
proud
like they
partner of
tweeted
Call
out a
of
link
Duty
for it,
Next,
like, hey,
bringing
you know,
unparalleled
I don't know,
immersive
whatever the hell they
surround
said.
sound to your
And then you
at-home gaming
went there,
experience.
it takes you to the PlayStation website, and then it's basically this safe because she's lockpick, you know, whatever.
Arena.
So you get to
hop into
crack
the
a
brand
safe,
new
and
mode,
it's
Cutthroat.
super, super, super
And this
easy.
is going to
Again,
be a unique
link
one
that
because
I
it's
just put in the chat if you want to see it.
3v3
Less than 2
V3
minutes.
action. So you're going to have a little bit of a mosh pit there going on.
There's a lot of threes in it.
Yeah.
So
It's fun to say.
It is. It is.
really fun
It
to
is
say.
hard to
Yeah.
say after a while. It's all about elimination. So you're there. You're as long as your squad can take out the other two squads, that's how you're going to win.
Cutthroat,
It is
okay.
inspired by gunfight. Like you are actually like it is a very competitive mode. The thing that we like about it is it plays on all of our fantastic 16 launch maps that are there, and you get to play them in a new way. So in the past, like TDM, you're spawning at either side of the map. What Cutthroat is allowing us to do is put these triangular spawns in. So because they're 3 different teams, you now have 3 points. Triangle. You know, math somewhere
That's
in there.
geometry, brother.
Simple maths.
Yeah. And so it allows you to experience these maps in a way that you've never experienced before, which is part of that modernization that we like to talk about in the maps. And it's a fun experience to have, super competitive.
I love when they say
and it's
experience the map.
one life
like
to live
you've
mode.
Never
It's very
experienced
fun.
it before.
You can regen your down teammates, though. If you see
Yeah, so you
one
got
of
the
your homies
revives.
It's the map.
down, yeah, you can go over there and revive
That's a different
them.
game mode
That's a
that you're
fun
playing.
little
You're not
way to,
experiencing
come
the
back
map
after
differently.
What led you guys
falling
to
behind.
want to make this
Again, I
mode?
know they
What
haven't
was
say this
the,
because they're all
inspiration behind it?
remakes,
It was
remasters.
gunfight in a lot
Literally
of ways.
all of them
Yeah.
are
Gunfight,
remakes.
of course, is 2v2.
2v2
So
is
this
gunfight.
really
Yeah,
taking
and
that
it's
to the
played on
next level.
separate maps. It's
Yep.
played on different maps. And so what we wanted to do is be able to really focus on the 16 maps that we had at launch and be able to have a mode that is as exciting, as competitive, as gunfight in there, and really bring something new to
Do you
the
think,
table,
like,
too, so our players can go out
for
and
the
have fun
rest
and
of the
enjoy a
year
new experience with
that
their
they'll
squad.
just
Yeah,
And you can take your loadout.
do
this
like
time.
Modern Warfare
Yes,
3,
that's
the
what I was
original
gonna
Modern
say.
Warfare 3.
Unlike gunfight,
Multiplayer
we're
maps
not
and just start
providing
remastering those
the
ones as
squads
well?
with weapons. You can actually bring your
Like, do you think
blueprints
we'll
and
get
your
an
loadout
original
with you.
map this
And
year?
it
Is what I'm asking.
sweaty.
We got the
is
16
sweaty.
launch maps that are all Modern
I am
Warfare
so
2.
excited to see these guys play it because they're awesome at the game.
Will we
anyway.
just continue
We
to
see,
get more
Dr. Lupo here. He is
remasters for the
on
whole year?
Cutthroat, and
Or
of
are
course,
we gonna
the
actually get some
objective, the capture point
brand
at the
new,
end is
maps?
It's already there. Yep.
The overtime mechanic.
Oh, he's
There we
down.
go.
So you can't get downed, but you and picked up by your teammates. Now what happens
Not
when
anymore.
Not anymore. So now when you're eliminated, you're out. That's
Yeah.
it. You got to wait for the next round.
Yeah, you gotta wait.
No
the
respawn.
rounds are quick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They go.
I feel like, if anything,
We'll probably
I'm
get one or
awesome.
two
It
new
looks
ones
a lot
per
like
season.
the Operator Oz in Modern Warfare 2, actually.
Do you think like legit new maps though? I mean, like
Back in
brand new
Cutthroat
maps,
again.
not just
I'm
remasters,
very
but legit
interested
like
in these
new
smaller
maps.
game modes
New
because
creations.
I think it just creates opportunities for you to have like those real like intense
It
interactive
is.
moments.
It's
right?
very intimate, and you get to you get situations like this where you're trying to figure out like how to use your you could pop smoke here.
I mean, because they spend all
and
their
really
time
just
now. You know, we
understand,
used to be with the
there's this
DLC
tension
packs.
that's
We would
building
get
around, like,
you
when
know
is this
however
flag
many
gonna
like
pop?
4 new
Yeah.
maps
When do I
per
want to go
season,
in? When does I want to have my team rush in?
Is that what you do? You
I
would
believe
throw
that's it.
smoke-
or per
throw smoke
DLC.
right here,
You know,
Greg?
drop.
there's no
We get
reason
like
to
what 4 DLC
You're
seasons.
gonna wait for the flag to come up.
Oh, there's the
Sorry.
breacher drop. Breacher drop. Yeah.
You might want the.
Okay. I love this guy's strat.
And now
Good
it's like
strat.
we get 1 or 2,
Yeah, we have the
There we go.
EMD grenade, which would
With
be great
each
in this
new
situation.
season
You just
now.
throw it out,
and they're
pop it, and then if you get another player on the team, that they're going to
again
show up
because we're not paying
constantly
for
on your
it.
minimap
Like
for your
they
entire
they
team.
just
So it's
here's
it
more
should be
bundles.
the
Here's
MD
more
grenade a
bundles. Like
little
they
bit
don't give a
like
shit about
snapshot,
the
but it
maps. They
actually
don't give a
is going
stuff.
to
They don't
stick
care
to
about
the
the other
enemy
stuff.
player.
It's
It does.
That player will
Here's
then get
another
a
bundle
prompt.
you can
might be
buy.
able
Here's
to
another
tear
bundle
it
you can
off,
buy.
I
Here's another
believe.
Yeah, you
bundle.
just pull it right out.
But it'll track you around the map and like have way more visibility on the enemy squad there. EMD very, very clutch.
Be very overpowered if you hit them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, something I haven't seen actually was the thermo barrack grenade
Yeah,
fight, because I actually do like that one because it's kind of like a you know, a Molotov, but like on steroids. So it just like does a big boom, and then also has area denial as well.
Yeah, it has area denial and it bounces, so it will not detonate on impact. So you can throw it around corners, you can throw it under cars.
Sounds horrific.
Get that frag effect.
Yeah, yeah, and you know, it adds a little bit of additional damage to explosives after the fact. So even if you survive the initial blast of that one,
right,
you could get taken out pretty easily afterwards.
Lupo just hit a clutch headshot. He is now he picked up his teammate, and we're swapping over to Favela.
Oh yeah.
I love this map.
Mac 10?
What's your favorite, Adam?
Out of these 5 we're playing today?
Yeah.
I have to go with Favela.
Is that a Mac 10 or an Uzi?
You know, I know there are a bunch of high-rise stands amongst us. Yeah.
I too have a Favela stand.
But I mean, just look at it. This is beautiful.
Greg, you're the tiebreaker here.
Oh.
We've got 2 for high rise.
I love them all. They're all my babies.
Okay, fine.
Okay. All right.
Haven't they had 3v3,
No
v3,
favorite
v4?
children.
Well, they did the fire
Favela
team
is quite awesome with all of the movement
in Cold War, but that was like a much bigger, much bigger maps,
They're all
and
unique in their own way.
You know what?
I think that was like 4v4, v4, 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 v4. I think it was 5 or 6 teams on a map at one time.
How could you?
How could I? I know.
I think I love Favela because
But again, this is what I'm talking about. It's like
they
do these things to put like
mosquito drone that was
just to have new things at the beginning, so people aren't.
But
But like the fire team, what was it called? Fire Team Dirty Bomb is what it was called, right? In Cold War. It was very popular with a small segment of the kind of population, the COD community.
I thought it just was
for like 2 weeks, and then
possible we allowed you to match.
Nobody ever played it. Well, I mean, I don't know how many people played it again. I won't say nobody ever played it again. Nobody ever talked about it or made a video about it ever again after those first couple of weeks.
How large our doors are. We actually have the doors in here,
and it's just another way to kind of divide things up and just have the core, like at launch, just have the core stuff. It's kind of like, you know, I was thinking about this earlier when I saw that BS video that I'll not say who made it earlier, just before like going live today, and saying, oh, you know, it's there's going to be you know, Gulf War, Black Ops Gulf War, Black Ops 6, whatever we're going to call the next Treyarch, you know, 2024.
About some of the other modes as well.
It's going to have 2 zombies maps at launch.
I touched on a little bit earlier on. I want to dive back.
Not what this code says at all, but whatever. Okay. But then it got me thinking, like, would I want 2 maps that are going to be maps at launch? And your initial response is like, well, yeah, I want more maps. It's great, more stuff.
Yeah, I mean, we're so happy that Ground Wars.
But I would much rather have 1 map at launch and then a month later do another map. It's kind of like when you think back to BO4. You got 4 maps at launch. 4 maps that you can play.
Maps at launch, with 2 of them being playable.
Would you not rather, like, because when you have 4 maps, it's like, okay, well, which do I play? Like, you feel pressure to play all of them. And you know, especially with BO4, like the amount of steps, like again, it was kind of like graduate level, graduate school level zombies. Just the sheer amount of steps, like you're close to around 30 before you know you could even get to the boss fight. At least when, you know, the first few times you're doing an Easter egg.
But War Mode is returning in addition to Ground War, the favorite from.
So wouldn't you have much rather have had, like, you know, at launch maybe you got classified, right? And you had that for the first month, and it was just to kind of get you like used to the new perk system. You could level up your weapons. You could get, you know, because you know you could start off with weapon kits, and you could earn talismans, and you know figure out the perks and how they work, and how with the different perk system. You've got 4 new perk systems across the map, and you know you have to choose which ones you want at the beginning, and blah 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 blah.
Have a blast.
Just getting used to the kind of systems of it.
Good ICBM.
And then a month later, you got 9.
Trying to come out and it just didn't happen.
Like, okay, this is cool. Now you got a full-blown Easter egg, and
also there was a really cool tank on screen that was just causing utter mayhem. So that's what we care about.
It is that attack defense scenario where you are escorting that.
And then you get a full month of just that, and then a month after that one, you know, you get Blood of the Dead or whatever. Like, oh my god, like it's. You just got plenty of stuff to do, but it was just like...
5v5, what's the...
Did he just kill himself with that thing? What was that?
So it is classic war mode, if we all remember what classic war mode is, but it is linear objectives. There's 3 sets of them.
So yeah, I would much rather have more than... Rather than having a couple of maps at launch or a couple of maps per season, Just spread it out more evenly throughout the year. Why not? Like, if you think back to Cold War, and again, I don't think there's going to be 2 maps at launch. I think this video that came out earlier today is complete BS clickbait crap.
You could do Ground War. Was that? It feels like that was the mission of the studio here.
But let's say there were going to be multiple maps at launch. I would much rather they did it on a monthly basis rather than here's it all at once.
Some of the new maps coming in.
You just get more time to spend on one thing rather than feeling like you're being pulled in multiple different directions.
All right, well,
and you're trying to do them all and not really kind of fully absorbing any of it because of it.
With the world, and that is going to wrap it up for the MWIII multiplayer segment of the show. Once again, a big thank you to Adam, Greg, as well as Kim for joining us here. But now we're going to head over to one of my favorite people. It's MWIII, who's got a couple streamers that he's going to be putting in the hot and ready seat, presented by Little Caesars. Trust me, it's as hilarious as it sounds. MWIII, who you got?
Thank you. You know, when I thought about being hot and ready, the first thing that came to mind was my guy Legion.
Hey, I'm really proud to be the other bald guy on stage with you today. We're doing it. We're doing it.
It looks beautiful. Listen, the first thing you said to me is how fun this is, and you're like, I'm feeling like I'm 18 again, out frying.
This is right down the road for me, by the way.
Energy drink burps right now. I'm 30. I'm feeling 18. I just smoked Biffle. Where's he at? I don't know where he's at. Guy's incredible, but I smoked him with a shotgun. I'm feeling alert right now, MWIII.
I can tell the second you sat down, like, my guy is
like, they could have me come to this thing. They wouldn't have to put me up in a hotel. They wouldn't have to give me a rental car. Like, I could stay in my apartment. I could drive there in the morning. I could drive home in the afternoon after it's done. Like,
everybody angry. It's just angry as possible. I'm zooming.
Well, was it a bit of a surprise at first? Like, when you got in, like, how much fun you were having? Like, does it kind of defy expectations?
Listen, I was 16 when Modern Warfare 2 came out.
What does that mean?
All these maps that we were playing in Modern Warfare 3 right now, throwing back, bro, it's just like you picked it right back up again, and I'm body. I don't know. It's so fun.
Oh, is that a zombie?
And very handsome guy.
For
Let's
zombies?
talk about the chair. This is the hot and ready seat presented by Little Caesars. We were a little bit worried about what this is going to be able to handle, especially if I tried to sit on your lap. But this is the hot seat, dude. You like yourself some pizza.
Listen, I was a little worried that the cardboard capacity, I'd be a little overweight. But I'm feeling really good right now, and I feel like you and I together in this hot seat.
Sure
together,
were.
this is too much hotness. This is too
I don't
much
even think I
hotness.
can
If
say
our
that out
offense
loud, or
connects
else my
one
stream
more
will get
time,
demonetized.
The venue light shut down.
Speaking of that, we got to get out of here. Let's
Legion, what's up, man?
Legion, thank you so much,
What
buddy.
did he just say? Sit on his lap. Again, I'm not repeating any of this.
Bald guys in the mix.
Bald head
I'll
emoji.
shift here with the one and only Shotzi. I got to start
Is that
with
a
the
bald
fun
head
question
emoji? I
first.
can't
I
even
mean, just
see it.
enjoyment level. How are you enjoying the game to this point?
This game's amazing, man. I have
it's the best thing ever.
I love the movement. Everything about it's got
It's great.
All right, you set me up for like
I'm
the
paid.
perfect
I
segue.
literally can't
Have you
say
found
anything
ways to finesse
else.
the movement system yet? Because I know
Because
going
these
into
guys
the
in the
that's probably your
CDL
main
get
goal, to
fined
find
if
ways
they
to completely
say anything bad
overbalance
about the
movement
game, by the
system.
way.
How are you feeling
At
so
least
far
the
about
current
how this game moves?
It moves smoothly than any other COD I've played. I feel like it has a mix of like fast and a little bit of a slower slide cancel, but yeah, I love it. It's very, very fast.
Have you broken anything yet?
Are you buying anything he's saying right now? Does he just not look like somebody's off standing on screen, like just the gun to his head, like?
All right, so make sure you check out the stream for that, because that's going to be all the hacks and clues for that. Now, getting into the competitiveness, I mean, last year, lots of conversations about skill gap. Where is it going to be? Do you feel like movement is going to be one of the main focus points for those trying to take their game to the more competitive level, or where do you think that the competitive skill gap is going to be for this game?
So yeah, definitely movement. I feel like slide canceling obviously is going to be very OP, and then I feel like the aim assist in this game is actually very not as sticky as other games. I feel like mid and far range is actually
very careful with what he's saying.
not as sticky.
I
so
mean,
that's definitely interesting.
Fair enough.
That's
Shotzi,
all
thanks
going to
so
be
much,
super
man.
positive.
You can check them out on his stream. And, well, with that, we're going to go back up to Miles and Lottie to give us their thoughts on what they just saw.
I'm telling you, I need to change how I do things. I need to start complete clickbait bullshit and just be super hyped or super negative. Doesn't matter. Like if I'm in between, like my actual feelings are somewhere in between. Like whenever I'm making a video, it has to be super crazy. I can't believe this is the best thing ever, or this is the worst piece of garbage I've ever seen.
Your Modern Warfare 3 PC experience.
I just gotta be clickbaity titles, just make things up again. Like, oh, we saw the code and it means that there's two new. Like, no, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. But I'm gonna start doing that kind of stuff, man. And like, I wonder why I'll never be invited to this. I mean, one, I have a super small channel, but two, like, I can't help but Yeah, I didn't like Modern Warfare 2.
Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome back to Call of Duty.
I thought it was a bad
My name is
game.
Miles Ross. I'm joined here in the fireside
Anyway,
chat.
right.
I've got one Praggy, we got OVP, we got Nameless.
Lottie.
Alley Cat
It's
on the corner
Lottie.
there. We've had to work in life. I've never been this excited about a COD. Like Legion hit the nail on the head.
Never been more excited about a COD.
But 18
Never.
Gunny. Lottie, first impressions. Lay it on, Miguel.
Oh gosh, I mean, how cool is this? I think
By the
you
way,
get
there's
that
the
element of
$600 ray gun.
nostalgia, the new kind of newness
The
from game as
nostalgia.
well.
This
It's
is all
refreshing,
Call of Duty
all
had.
It really has. I think it's interesting that you brought up like the play style, because I feel like in events like this especially, like I was bringing up Warzone players, like their style of play is a little bit different from like what we see on a day-to-day basis, and even just normal content creators, they're going for snipes and stuff, and High Rise obviously a perfect place for that. So I think the fact that the movement feels so smooth and to see everybody, there's something for everyone, right? So I mean, it's been a great day so far.
So far, so good. We have a little bit more time than we thought we'd have, guys, so we can delve a little deeper here. I think one of the coolest things, and the Death touched upon it a little bit, we got to experience yesterday when we played. We're making the most meaningful decisions, I think, ever in COD when it comes to our loadouts now and our perks. So what vest I'm wearing, I ran the Demolition vest. It means I think I lose one of my tacticals, but I gain like 2 lethals, which turns me into a killing machine, quite frankly. The Breacher drone,
Yeah,
a lot of fun.
Miles.
Way too much fun, actually.
That thing's insane. The Breacher drone, you just throw it in a hallway, it flies super quick. You can actually shoot out of the air. I didn't know that yesterday. I know you said you tried it, though.
I shot my own drone down accidentally. I was pre-aiming somebody in cover. They were in perfect chest-high cover.
Yeah.
I let the drone fly out, and it follows a direct path. It doesn't have the craziest range. And when the guys with the red dot appeared, I fired away. I shot down my own Breacher drone. But it's just one of many fun new items that we have to play with here. And again, meaningful choices. Like,
I guarantee you, this Breacher drone is going to be
How do I want to play?
so annoying that people hate it. Like, it's just this bomb that comes flying at you all the time.
You heard Shots talk about the tack stance.
It's going to be so annoying.
Sliding around the map. And this is something we cannot stress this enough, friends. You're going to be schmoovin' in this game like you may have never moved before in COD.
It's going to be absolutely amazing. I'm so excited. I want to hear what you think as well as the fact that you can turn a pistol basically into an SMG. You don't need a perk. You don't need to have that on. You can literally do that yourself with guns and get it to the way that you want it. I mean, running basically a secondary SMG with an AR. I mean, that's just stunning.
We heard them talk about it too with like the aftermarket weapon attachments as well with the weekly challenges. So there'll be a bunch of different types of variations that you have with your gun. But we saw the Renetti. It's already insane. I saw a tweet from Scump on the timeline, a 10-piece with the Renetti. So when you turn that into an SMG, I mean, it's going to be crazy. The world's your oyster.
It's going to be absolutely incredible. Ali, I've got to ask you, what are you most excited about? You play so much, but jumping into game, what type of player do you think you see yourself becoming with Modern Warfare 3 now?
I just gotta order some new controllers, get used to breaking my thumbsticks all over again. Honestly, that's that's something that is really close to the CDL heart. The competitive style is getting into the slide canceling and the ADSing, like Shotzi was touching on. But also, I just want to talk about the fact of like, I was 9 years old when a lot of these maps were a thing, and like, my bad. But yeah, like I was watching my dad play, but like I don't like those are core memories for me, but I never really got to load in. And so like now as a 23-year-old getting to load into these maps and kind of like have the nostalgia of, oh, I kind of recognize this.
That's all
like,
Call of Duty is anymore.
Map, but like not knowing every nook and cranny just yet. And like, so it's still kind of new to me, but it's also nostalgic at the same time.
And to Ali's point, like think about running around favela and being able to mantle as fast as you can in this game. Some of the different boots that you mentioned, we were messing around with that slide yesterday. It goes for a while, and you can aim in virtually instantly and cancel it as well. So there's so many different things that people are gonna get into this game and figure out. It's gonna play a bit different than obviously back in day with MW2, but a lot better. It feels super smooth.
And that's the most important thing we've been touching upon and people have been asking us about. How does it feel? How does it feel?
Oh,
it feels really good. It's very, very smooth. To your point, sliding shoes on, I'm hitting tack stance faster than ever, I'm sliding with full ADS. You can hit snipes, guys. Have you ever imagined hitting a fully zoomed in snipe while sliding? Well, MW3 is the game for you. But yeah, and we've got a lot of cool stuff. All the one-times optics, so anything red dot, a lot of the hollows. None of these things really add anything to ADS speed anymore. So
that's something that's good that I actually really like. Is it like red dots, ELOs, whatever you put on your gun? It's not going to slow your aim down sights time at all this year.
And I can't ADS in, but if I want to hit those more CQB situations, I'm keeping maximum spatial awareness. I've got my situational awareness. My screen's up. I'm able to use a weapon with a big scope in close range, whether it's an LMG, whether it's a sniper. It's not perfect by any stretch of the imagination, but it's still really nice to have choices as a player. We've got so many options here so much fun.
Yeah, I think that's the key word, right? The buzzword, I think, coming off the back of what we saw on the desk. It's the choices that you can make. And I think balance is such an important thing. I think in any Call of Duty game, balance is key, especially when you're going up against players who do have a choice of what they want to run, especially with perks. But being able to have that potential to take something away, if you do want to risk and reward, you're coming in with potentially like silent footsteps, you're running ghosts, you're making sure that you're the type of player you want to be, but something also is taken away from you. So that balance is so, so important, I think, in all Call of Duty titles.
100%. I mean, footsteps are silent if you want them to be. That is a massive W. I was running around yesterday and I saw red dots on the mini-map. My footsteps were silent. I was sneaking up on people. I was just having a blast. I mean, we're talking about 12 years ago when these maps came out. They look even better now. So I can't wait to get my hands on that beta, which is coming out soon.
Very, very soon indeed. Well, it's exciting to be reminiscing for very, very good reason. As we talked about earlier, we are celebrating Call of Duty's 20th anniversary, which is an amazing milestones. And with a great milestone comes an opportunity for great rewards. To celebrate 20 years of Call of Duty history, players can receive daily login rewards between October 6th to October 16th for every single daily login per day, up to 7 in total. You'll receive these rewards, which you're seeing on screen, including an old school price operator skin. That takes me back.
Black Ops
These rewards
3
all will carry
animated
forward
emblem.
in MW3 as well, so grab them now and take them into the next title. For more details, head over to the Call of Duty blog. Nameless, your earliest memory of COD, was it like waiting in line at midnight trying to get something? What was it for you, mate?
I mean, yeah, first off, I will say we didn't have cool swag like this in these digital packs. I mean, this is that was before that time, but I mean, just playing split screen was the best like old memories I have with my friends and screen looking, trying to figure out where they were on Call of Duty 2. And now it's 2023 and we got everything,
So
and you
many
can still
cameras,
screen
no, it just
watch.
means
It's
nothing.
right
Yeah,
there, they're
yeah.
right next to each other.
Next
So
level.
we might be some players doing that here.
Incredible memories that have been had on Call of Duty. Ali, what is your earliest memory on COD?
Well, I know I talked about playing with my dad, but I think one of the more core memories, which I can't wait to break down the new and exciting stuff in that game mode coming later, has to be with zombies. When I was in middle school, I'd go over to my friend Anastasia's house, and we'd go in our basement, we'd turn off all of the lights, and then we'd load up split-screen zombies on her big TV on the couch, and just all night on her Xbox just sitting there playing zombies on town survival, you know, going as far as we could, training them around the lava pit in the center. So that's definitely like a cool
I used to
memory
line up
for
at
me.
midnight at the local.
I'd love to hear that. We're going to be sharing lots
GME
more
with the
stories
boys back
on
in
these
the
couches,
day.
I am sure, as we get
Those
through
were good
the
memories.
rest of today. But we also wanted to remind everyone again that early access to the multiplayer beta kicks off tomorrow for PlayStation players,
yeah, I would go
and
to
next week for
the Best
Xbox
Buy
and PC
over here
players.
and got.
We saw a ton of great multiplayer content
God, what
today.
titles were
Play
they?
that and more over the next week. Check out the Call of Duty blog for more details.
I don't remember like the
personally
first
can't wait to
one
see
that I
everyone
did, but
get in the mix.
again, I
Well,
didn't
don't
start
worry,
playing
in
till
addition
Advanced
to
Warfare.
Open beta, early access, all those PlayStation players out there, be sure to pre-order on PlayStation Store to get an exclusive look at the Lockpick Operator Pack at MW3's launch.
I'm kind of like, why don't you have to do the
What did you guys think of Lockpick? That's another one that we saw on the deck.
actual safe? Like,
mean,
you don't
there's
have
so
to do
much to
the
break
little
down
Easter
here.
egg to
All
get
of the
this. You
team
just
were
have to
going through
pre-order.
every
So
single
why did
detail,
that?
but Ali,
Like, they made it
She's freaking
sound
cool.
like you had to go and
Like, I know
actually
Stephanie
do the
talked about how
thing.
she
And again,
insta-locks her every single time that she's
I have a
loaded up
video on
into
how to
game,
do
and
this,
I might
like,
have
on
to
my
follow
channel, but-
suit. Like, we might have to battle it out for who gets to be the lockpick in game, because she is cool.
Yeah, I'm down with the blue camo as well. Very excited to see all the crazy skins. We've got a tease of some of those skins in the game already. The trailers, you name it, it's all happening. But Lockpick available for you.
now when it comes to skins that you're wearing in game, do you guys do the like the brighter stuff? Like hers is, you know, kind of this bright blue. I tend to put on like whatever is like dull colors, whatever. I want to blend in. I don't want to stand
the return
out.
of Makarov and what that means to Modern Warfare 3's campaign. All that